Testing. Testing. Testing.
Testing. Testing.
Is that any better? Good.
Much.
told me I had to be louder last time. Is that accurate? Okay. It's not usually a problem of mine, but I got 3 or 4. We should be good.
Welcome to the APTA Grand Prix Tour,
Congratulations.
presented by our national sponsors, Viking and Uline. We are live at the Glenview Club on the APTA network, presented by eNet Live. I'm Brad Easterbrook, alongside Lisa Rudloff, bringing you the women's quarterfinal match between the number 3 seeds of Liz Cruz and Miriam Warder against the number 7 seeds of Jade Curtis and Liz Jaffe. Jade Curtis is a rackets professional at the Round Hills Club in Connecticut. Liz Jaffe is the director of racket sports at the Village Club in Sands Point, New York. Liz Cruz is an APTA national champion, is the director of racket sports at the Patterson Club, and Miriam Warner is a rackets professional at Indian Hill Club here in Chicago area. So Lisa, why don't you introduce our players out there on the court?
Right. All right. So on the due side closest to us in the blue vest is Miriam Warner. And she's been playing the game for quite a bit, but her sister, Liz, on the ad court, definitely has the experience on her side. She's a 2-time national champion. She's in that red vest, playing the ad side. Great ground strokes, sets up that ball very well, very talented, thoughtful player. And on the due side, on the far end of the court, is Jade Curtis, and she's relatively new to the game. Played a couple tournaments, I believe, with Vicky Silklasova. Liz and Jade have been playing for a couple years now. Really, really talented player, very quick, very clean ground strokes. Just needs to get a little bit of control. But her partner, Liz Jaffe, in the ad side in the gray vest, who I played with for about 13 years on the tour. Very controlled, very thoughtful, always thinking every single point. She's going to really set Jade up for a lot of these points to do her thing, to do her drives. So it should be a really interesting matchup because I think you've got very similar styles on both sides. So we'll see who comes out on top. But
What do you think the biggest weapons on the court are, Lisa?
I think Liz's backhand, Liz Cruz's backhand, Liz, who's in the red vest, her backhand drive is very superior. She really is always looking for that shot. Her sister, her twin sister, Miriam Warner, is going to set her up as much as possible for her to find that. She's always looking for that. I also think that Jade's backhand on the other side, Jade Curtis's backhand is a huge weapon, and Liz Jaffe will definitely set her up for that. So we got a couple of big backhand shots here on the court. So the safe spot is not there for Cruz and Warner to hit that middle spot to Jade, and she's also very fast. Jade Curtis, she's a fast player, so she really can cover some ground.
All right, why don't we take a look at the draw?
Yep. Thank you.
All right, so you see here in our round here, we're getting up to our quarterfinals, and Dardis and Shea against Bodman Hayward is playing next to us here. We might switch over to that and certainly give you some scores. And Jaffe and Warner just had a tough team, Svetkovic and Omeler, but they got through pretty easily, 6-1, 6-2 it looks like. And so there you see our quarterfinals. What do you see in this match here in terms of if you had to pick a winner?
Well, I'd like to give the edge to Jaffe and Curtis. I think Jaffe's experience and thoughtfulness can probably pick out some of the weaknesses on the Warner Cruz team. I think that they play a few more balls into the screens of Warner. I think that they're going to win out. Jaffe's volleys are really solid, so those drives aren't going to really affect her that much. But I think I give a little edge to Jaffe Curtis in this.
Pick a match. It's a great matchup. Cruz and Warner just annihilated opponents in the round of 16, played a great match. But their opponents were setting them up there. Like you said before, Liz Cruz has a great two-handed backhand. In fact, I would say the backhands on the court, all around the court, are their best shots, although Jade Curtis has a pretty good forehand as well.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think the match hinges on their ability to set up for Jaffe and Jaffe to set up Curtis, because most of the offense is going to come from Jade Curtis. Whereas Warner and Cruz can sort of hit it off both ends. They're going to have a little more offense on the entire court.
Right.
And for Liz as well, her backhand's also better than her forehand, but she has nice finesse. She can dink the ball low.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
Right. No, she does. Her forehand is a weapon, even though it's not the power. But she definitely can move that thing around, and she surprises you sometimes on that backhand screen. Well, she'll drive some balls we're used to people lobbing them up. Yeah, a lot of driving here, but again, I think it'll be very thoughtful play. All right, looks like the players are about ready. It's a beautiful paddle day here at Glenview Club. Sun's starting to go down, which makes it a little easier for the players to see the ball in the corners.
Yeah, sun can be tough. Today's no problem with it. It's been cloudy. It's cool outside, maybe high 40s, about 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect setting out here at the Glenview Club.
Right, and there's
We're
always a
looking
lot of
forward
people
to a terrific
watching.
match. And we have Matt McClure, our umpire, in the chair there.
All right, looks like Liz Jaffe is going to serve. They're already talking about what their game plan is.
All right, terrific.
Right.
Liz Jaffe to serve. Jade Curtis at the net. We're underway.
First game, Jaffe to serve.
So right out of the box, first point, you see a little formation there from Jaffe and Curtis.
Well, they're going to want Jaffe to hit a lot of the overheads. Jaffe's got very controlled overheads. She places the ball very well. So right away they do that formation to get her on the left side. Yeah.
15 love.
You already see Cruz wanting to drive that backhand out of that corner.
Yeah, anytime it's high, she's going to look to hit that ball.
Yep.
Now, she'll hit it off the deck too, but
Yeah. And already doing I formation.
yeah, that's two service formations in 2 points.
Yeah.
First point, Jade Curtis poached. This one, they're doing
Right.
an Australian or an I formation there.
As Cruz hits such high lobs, really pulling her opponents back. It's a nice little dump drive. of jerking around, I think, in this match.
Well, what you'll see, and you didn't see as much of it in the match before, you're going to see a lot more really good positioning at the net here from Jaffe and Curtis. You know, sometimes, you know, Zaborn and Drakova, who were out there before, they play a little looser, a lot more forehand volleys. Here you're going to
Yes.
see a tighter match.
Yes.
Lobbing deep, soft, deep overheads, controlled, like you said. They're going to look to find a spot, pick a spot, and then go for the drive, just like that. But of course, Curtis right back in position to make the volley.
Right. That's a great point.
And that ball got a little lower.
Yeah.
Curtis and Jaffe in great position.
30 love.
Yeah, but they're discussing after every point, even early on in the match, what they want to do. They don't want to give Warner and Cruz any advantage on the return of serve. That was an out ball.
30-15.
Now you'll see there Jade Curtis giving her a signal. That's telling her if she's going to move or stay and where she's going to go.
It's a great pickup volley by Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis very athletic.
Yes. She's very quick. She's little, tiny. She's very, very fast.
As well, she's a clean hitter too.
She moves so well. She's on that ball, positioned really, really well.
Throughout
that
the
tight.
broadcast, we'll give you some updates on other matches. And Bodman and
40-15.
Hayward are 4-all against Dardis and Shea in our other women's quarterfinal.
I like that drop shot Jaffe just hit. She should always be looking for that.
Yeah, she has great touch.
Okay, I like that movement at the net.
40-30.
Well, that's what they're doing. Every single time they're
Yeah.
trying to get Cruz and Warner to guess what they're doing up there, to
Right.
make them think more about them than the actual return itself.
Exactly.
It was a good move. She was in good position for it. She just pushed the volley out.
Really solid positioning. There was a little disguise. Kind of looked like Liz was going to drive that ball, and she didn't. She lobbed it. Very
Nice.
quick.
It's good tempo here.
Good communication.
I feel like this is the tempo both teams want to play at
Yes,
too.
they do. That's what I'm saying. I think this is a very similar playing teams. So it should be interesting who. Okay.
She loaded that one up.
Yeah,
And it was
but
a
again,
good look.
that right, that drive's got to be
Game
pretty
Curtis
good.
and
Those-
Jaffe,
we got
they
two good
lead
volleyers on the other
1-0.
side.
Two very good volleys, and like we said before, they're in good position.
Right.
You know, we're not going to see a lot of those points. We saw a lot more points with the ball going through or the players staying back in the match before with Andrakova and Zabori. Here, they're going to be tight in position. That actually puts pressure on the net, on the backcourt team's drive there.
Right. It does. Yeah. Now I know Cruz and Warner are a relatively new team, even though they're identical twins. They played
Cruz,
in
Warner to
tournaments
serve.
together. They did get to the finals of our first Grand Prix tournament in Philadelphia 2 weeks ago. Jade is in so fast. Now Cruz is on her in the deuce court right now. Be good to pick on Warner. This is not the side that she's comfortable with.
Oh,
Oh.
caught her in the
Yeah.
forehand volley there off the right hip.
Probably should have
15
stuck
love.
hitting to Warner in that ad side a little longer.
It's that fine line between trying to make something happen, make the other team move,
Right.
and actually giving them an opportunity.
That's great forward movement by Jaffe.
15 all.
That Jaffe will surprise you with some of these moves. It's not like she uses speed as a weapon out there, but all of a sudden she'll dink it at your feet and move forward
Right.
after she's hit 10 lobs. So she does things and off
Methodically.
times.
Right. And yes.
Creates a different cadence in the point and surprises you every now and then.
Nice.
She Got it though. Nice.
Great get. Again, Warner's stuck in that corner.
They're gonna keep working her.
Yeah, it looks like they're picking on Jaffe on those lobs.
Well, it's a smart play. She's
Yeah.
a great volleyer, but if you
Mhm.
can get her off the net, you might find a spot near her feet.
Right,
And that one, even if she makes it, she's got to hit it up, so
Right.
the opportunities become more in your favor.
right. Way to slow it down.
You're going to see Jaffe use more of that traditional push overhead to give herself time to get back into the net.
Right. Yeah,
Since you
she's
talked
not the
about-
hard hitter.
We'll see what the
That
umpire
was
says.
he agreed with the call. It's a close call. I think it was too difficult to overrule.
30-15.
There's that forehand drop of Jaffe. Really pulls people off that court to get that opening in the middle. Jaffe's lobbing down the line to get there. It's a nice drive. That's what I like to
Curtis
see.
backhand.
That's what I
There
like
you
to
go.
see. But Jaffe's going to keep trying to lob that ball
30
down
all.
the line to give Curtis those opportunities. And like I said, she's so fast, she'll get there in an instant. And they're staying back on Curtis.
Well, you'll see them use that a lot.
Right.
They'll stay back a lot. They stay back exclusively in their final at the Philadelphia Open.
40-30.
Hanisch and then Starrenburg.
Well, it's a good play. I mean, Cruz is very comfortable in the backcourt. Oh, it's a loose error by Jaffe.
I
Ah.
like the game.
Game.
I like how they played
Cruz
it. They
and
missed
Warner.
an overhead, missed an
1
easy
all.
return there, missed a volley, but it's the right game
Curtis
and they
to
played
serve.
it well.
Right.
Good start.
All right, Jake Curtis to serve.
And we'll bring you over a little to some of our other quarterfinals, sorry. Later on, you'll see a different style completely.
Oh, in the court next door, Bodman and Hayward.
Yep.
Yeah, big bangers.
15
Hard
love.
balls into the corner,
Yeah.
constant movement, a lot of chaotic points with a lot of movement.
Right.
Hard into the screen, not
Right.
soft.
We just saw a side screen, a Nick that went to the opposite side screen, which you and I had never seen before. That's how hard Bodman and Hayward hit. There's the drop. I like that.
Yeah,
And
it's
even
good
if you
play.
don't make, it's not necessarily a winner, but it gets them off the court. Great hands by Curtis. Start again.
They're trying to draw them up and
Yeah.
in,
Yep,
keep them moving.
good game plan.
Oh,
Oh,
now what should
Cruz was
happen there
there.
is you got to call for help and
30
leave it
love.
alone when it pops out of your corner there. Let your partner get it.
Sometimes it's hard to leave it alone, though.
It can
if
be.
you want it. But you got to trust that your partner's there to cover you. All right, 30 love. It's a nice deep lob. Almost would have been better for Curtis maybe to stay back if she can't get in fast, but again, she's very quick. I like that down the line.
40 love.
It's a good mix up on drives though by Cruz. She goes cross court quite a bit.
Still coming
Wow.
off that screen a little hard.
Yes. That's why I
Shot
think
crease.
you're going to probably want Jaffe to hit most of the overheads because she slows it down. There you go. A little bit better. Nice volley
back
right on the back of the
on
line.
top of the net.
Great positioning at the net.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's like a
Yeah.
volley and positioning clinic
Yep.
here, you know, from Jaffe and Curtis right this second.
Right. Okay, a little confusion there, but that's okay. They're back in it. Hit that ball in the middle.
Here comes the
That's
backhand.
a
Well
great
done.
backhand by Jaffe. I love that down the line backhand.
Game, Curtis Jaffe. They lead 2-1.
All right,
First set.
strong game.
That was a very strong game.
Yeah.
It's great pace. This is going to be a war. I think this match
Yeah.
has potential for a like 2.5 hour, 3
I
hour
agree.
match.
I agree. I think that the matchup is very similar in style.
We got score report. Amy Shea's serving up 6-5 against Bodman Hayward in the first set there. So serving for that set.
I'd like to thank our national sponsor, Viking Athletics, the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis. The Viking Extra Duty Platform Ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals and President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour.
Warner to serve.
Oh, great
Oh, there we
volley.
go. Nice soft. She's hit that a little softer, I think. Curtis, when she comes in. Okay, there. That time they let it go.
See Curtis starting to speed it up a little bit now. I'm not sure that's what they want to do, but I think it's a nice combination actually.
Right. Well, if Jaffe wants to slow the game down, she'll slow it down.
Yep.
And she'll tell her. Yep.
15 love.
Well placed serve. There's that little roller.
Yeah, little dinks.
Yeah,
Trying
but
to
it's-
pull your opponent in.
Yeah, but it's not hard. It just jerks you around. And that's what Jaffe does very well in her lobs. She kind of jerks you around. Thinks she's going to drive. She pulls you back. And it's not a great deep lob, but it just gets you out of position. Very smart play. And that's
And it's
really
sorta-
going to... Go ahead.
Works like Novocaine out there. Like he keeps pushing you back and forth, and then you see 7 more of them.
Right. Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
just make a sudden error off something you didn't before.
Right.
I missed that one.
30 love.
She got more ambitious with that one. Looked like she was
Mhm.
trying to hit it really wide and short.
Right, but she moves back. She doesn't step into that ball. When she moves back, she loses pace. All right, 30 love. It's a nice wide serve by Warner. I like that ball, that overhead hit right at Jaffe. Handcuffs her. She's got that 2 in a backhand.
40 love.
There she does it.
Oh,
That's great. Well, she
got to
moved forward
pop
on it.
that volley.
Yeah, well, she
40-15.
moved forward on that first, that roll.
That's a big
Oh, that's a
forehand
huge
too
forehand.
from Curtis.
Yeah. And then Liz will slow that game down. Nice lob by Warner. Yeah, I'd like to see a couple more.
Oh.
Oh, I think I would say she lost it, but there's no sun over there.
Yeah, sun's on the other side
Yeah.
of her. She with her backhand.
Yeah.
Just missed it.
Yep.
I think there might have been a little subtle confusion as to
Mhm.
whether Curtis was going to take
Game,
that.
Cruz and
Right.
Warner.
I think she
2
should have
all.
taken that ball.
First set.
Yeah, I think she's discussing. I think that she wanted her to take that ball. But that's okay. Okay. We're back on 2
Yep.
all. Mm. Love that Jaffe didn't back up.
She has supreme confidence in her volleys.
Yeah.
So.
Just like to see that a little bit more. One more play to Warner. She's going to give him the weaker shots. That's tough overhead from that position. She just made that, Curtis.
Oh, great lobs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how comfortable Curtis is in that ad side. I know Jaffe can handle the deuce side. Wow.
Look at how soft
Wow.
that volley came off, though.
That's a great get.
It was a great
High
get, great
lob. It
anticipation.
gets Jaffe back into that court. All right. Well, some down the line lobs. Can get them back into position again.
Oh, what a point.
That's a great point.
See Curtis over there.
Mhm.
Upset about that miss. She's working so hard for the
Love
point.
15.
And miss it.
Right. Ah, that was the first point.
It was a tough
Yeah,
point. A
yeah.
lot of back and forth there.
Yeah. Some
Ball's
really
a
long
little low
points.
for the drive.
Okay, love 15. 2-all. That's a rare miss by
Yeah.
Cruz.
15 all.
Backhand. Looked like she
Surprising
wasn't
miss.
confident on where she wanted to go. But I like that I formation, it really makes her think. Okay, it looks like that signal of Curtis, she's going to go.
There you go.
Mhm.
So you can see that all out there.
Yeah.
They're using hand signals to tell
nice.
whether they're staying or going. So they're throwing in all these different
30-15.
formations because it's hard to hold serve against a good returner.
Yeah. And they're both very good returners. They're very solid,
Yeah,
both ends.
Warner and Cruz can hit their returns hard and spot them well.
Mhm.
So we got a score report. Dardish and Shea won the first set, 7-5
Wow.
over Bodman and Hayward.
Okay.
Battling it out there.
Oh, it's a very nice tennis volley, Jade Curtis.
30 all.
Not a good paddle volley. A little tentative on that backhand drive by Jaffe. Just another ball.
Great lob.
That's a great lob.
That's-
I love that. Wow.
Perfect setup, as you
Right.
said. She's looking to lob deep down
Yeah.
the line.
Yep.
Forces the overhead to go more towards Curtis. Curtis is
Mhm.
going to get some looks in the backcourt.
Right.
Here's the next issue for them is when they get up there, how are they going to pressure Warner and Cruz now? They've had a few points where
Yeah.
they've taken the net or they've been up
Mhm.
there, but
30-40.
haven't been able to do any damage to them in the
Right,
backcourt. This is
right.
a real back and forth
I'd like
affair.
to see some rollers, maybe some lower rollers. That's where they got a free point on Cruz, just to get that ball just a little bit lower. Okay. They could hit that ball just at a little lower point. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, some change of
Right.
heights and paces
Right.
and length on the court.
Mm-hmm. It's a very
Long,
nice
deep,
lob.
low overheads would be great.
That's a very smart play to hit that drive down that line.
Yep, but
by Warner.
if she lets the overhead
Game,
drop
Cruz and
lower
Warner.
there and hits
They
it
lead the
longer
first
through
set,
the court, the ball won't be so
3-2.
high
Mhm.
for the drive, so
Right.
won't be able to drive that ball down.
Right. And every once in a while, it's not a bad, if Cruz and Warner hit a great lob, they're so far beyond the service line, it's not a bad idea just to stay back. Just play it off the screen. All right. Some,
I wouldn't call it
Crazy
a
play.
momentum shift at all,
mm,
but feel like Cruz and Warner are getting a few more looks here.
Yep.
More drive opportunities. Like, it's so close. And
Right.
it's still in the balance right now, but
Right.
they're up that break. It's 3-2, Cruz Warner.
Right. Because
Love 15.
Curtis is going to be the one that's going to pull the trigger, as you said earlier, and she's not getting that opportunity. Oh, that's just that's a loose
15 all.
return at crucial time. I know it doesn't seem crucial, but it is.
There you
There
go.
you go. Let it drop. Again, still taking it a little high. Okay, I like that. Slow down pace. Allows her to get in. Cruz is
Backhand drive.
just as effective on that ad side as she is on the do side. Sun's popping out again. Wouldn't be a bad idea to start throwing that into the deuce side. Get her screen. Oh, she wanted to jump on that. Yeah, you're right. I think something needs to change here. Oh,
I find right now that Warner and Cruz are doing just as good a job pushing Jaffe and Curtis back off the net and then dipping it down at their feet. Almost a
Right.
better job.
right.
They're getting a few more looks here and there.
That
Nice
is
point.
Oh, wow.
That should do it, though.
That's great. I like that they've won a lot of points on just that little drop, opening it up. and
15-30.
Actually dropping to Warner. They've won all of the points.
Well, this is going to, I think this is 2.5
15-30.
hours. It's going to
I
be a
think
battle.
so. You want a cup of coffee? Look at that lob. That's fantastic lob. Wow. She's really putting it up there high. Okay, now I'd love to let Jaffe let that drop a little bit more because it was a shorter ball. Cut it. Same with Curtis.
Oh.
Oh, it was
Just try to force it in there a little bit.
right. Right.
Push it a little wide.
Right.
30 all.
All right. And it's Liz Cruz serving right now. I like
Oh.
that again.
30-40.
Okay, here's an opportunity.
Get back to even.
Yep. Looks like it's getting bright over there. Oh. Interesting.
That was interesting. I mean,
She just
she had a
undercut
little
it.
Game, Curtis
underspin on the ball,
Jaffe.
Jaffe did, and
3 all.
she
Messed
totally
her up.
mistimed
First
it.
Yeah.
Would we call that a forehand slash there
Just-
from Jaffe?
Yeah.
Forehand slash return?
Yeah. Winner.
Winner? Right.
At
Couldn't
2
handle it?
miles an hour.
That's perfect.
Actually, that's the way
Jaff-
Jaffe wants
Jaffe,
it.
take a 2 mile per hour winner anytime.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
All right, 3 games all, back to even.
Yes. All right. It's going to be a dogfight. Did she? Okay. Cruz has a great dipper
Love 15.
cross-court backhand. I'd love to see Jade maybe cut those off because if she hits it hard, can still run back and take it off the screen. If she hits it hard down the line.
Now you'll watch Cruz and Warner in the backcourt here as you pay attention to the one team. Watch
Mhm.
how they shift their position in the
Mhm.
backcourt depending on
15
where
all.
the lob goes.
Right.
They'll lob it down the line, and then they'll shift over towards
to the
their right.
Yeah.
And they're excellent at doing that.
Right.
So by doing that, it's always giving them a possible look. It's giving them the
15-30.
opportunity to get more drives.
Right. Which they've done. I mean, already in this 6 games, they've driven quite a bit. I still like that
Opted a
it's
little
too
out.
bad. She just hit that drop shot a little bit too high.
15-40.
Yeah, she was on it really early. Didn't
Yep.
fool her that time at
Right,
all.
right. Okay, I like that. I like that placement too of Curtis. A little bit more into Warner's backhand. Handcuff that two-hander. Mm. Really nice drive by Cruz. She really gets that backhand low.
Dips it down,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
But she usually dips it low, only cross court. She doesn't do a ton of down the lines. Oh, a little confusion. All right.
Game, Cruz and Warner.
Okay.
Trading
They
some
lead
breaks.
4 games
I
to
would like
3.
to see Jaffe
First
and
set.
Curtis start letting the overheads drop a
Yep.
little bit. There's just too
I
many
agree.
balls. They're landing service line and bouncing up
Right.
into Cruz and Warner. And Cruz and Warner, they're masters at just covering that backhand, rolling over the top of it and dipping it down at their feet.
Right.
And if you take that away from them, it'll take away half their offensive
Fresh ball,
opportunities.
ladies.
Right.
7th game.
Right.
Yep.
All right. There's ball change every 7 games. Change balls.
Thank you.
Now you can see the shadows going across the court. And for all
Warner
the
to
viewers
serve,
out there,
4-3.
that's the, sun kicking in there. That means the ball coming out of that corner or looking into that corner is going to be affected.
Right.
You get a lot of sun out here when you're playing paddle. And there's a nice viewpoint for us. See that glare off there in
Yeah.
the corner?
Thank you, cameraman. Oh, I'd like to see them get up quicker.
Well, I think she hesitated
15 love.
because she's respecting the drive there from Warner, the backhand drive.
Oh, wow. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I mean, we talk
30
about it all the
love.
time. One of our other announcers, really wants everybody to stop apologizing for that. But,
Yeah.
Jerry and I sort of agree it's just a courtesy.
It is a courtesy. And, it's okay.
I mean,
Because you don't want it to happen to you, so.
yes, well, for
40 love.
Jaffe, those errors, you can tell, really make her angry because she
Yes.
plays with such precision and control. And then when she makes just a loose error like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's made a couple, and she sometimes gets into her own head where she has to make
Game,
them.
Cruz,
and
Warner.
then she makes some mistakes.
They lead
and then she
5-3.
just kinda,
First set.
all right, start again.
All right, so you see the signal there from Curtis again.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Again, this is a big. Oh, they're just giving him way too many mistakes.
There's just too many loose points. You got
Yeah.
to play this
Love
game with
15.
control and
Right.
precision, and the overheads have to be more precise. The everything's got to be more precise, and right now, it's working the other way.
Right.
And certainly Warner and Cruz are doing more of the damage out there.
Yeah.
That was just wide.
Yeah.
Curtis there laughing that one. She's
Love
like,
30.
Silly
Yeah.
mistake.
Good. I think Jaffe's going to try to slow her down. Just relax. Don't go for anything big. Start putting the balls in the middle of the court. If they could set their arms just a little bit lower on those overheads, set it low. They're still setting their arms very high.
15-30.
Well, the one thing you know about Jaffe and Curtis, she's always going to keep competing. She's going to keep trying to work her way through this.
Yes. Wow. Thought that serve was long.
Oh, great hit.
Now, do you think that's a good time for them to back up? at that point, or
I
do
mean,
you think she's probably
leave the
not
net
gonna-
and try to get
Yeah.
the ball off the back
15-40.
screen.
Yes.
I do think that's a good time
Yeah.
to be leaving. Yes,
Right.
absolutely. It's a good call.
Because Curtis has a tendency to back up, try to volley from her shoelaces, which is what a lot of tennis players do. But there's strings on the tennis tennis racket. It's easier to do it, but again, they're just Cruz and Warner are being very, very thoughtful. Just waiting for their opportunity. Great lobs by both of them. Okay.
Still in it.
Yep.
30-40.
All right, so set point number 2 here.
Okay. Getting a game plan.
You see?
Okay, here we
Closed
go.
fist, telling her where she's moving,
Wonder if
or if she's not
is
moving.
Jaffe gonna come in? Yep. Okay. Close.
Oh, she tried to
wow.
guide that backhand instead of just
Deuce.
hitting it. See her trying to place it off of the hip of Jaffe there, the right hip, and
Right.
didn't clear the net.
Okay, that's a great opportunity for them. Deuce got to play 2 clean points. Looks like a little tentative return by Warner. Oh, wow. Looked
All
like an
right.
afterthought. Looked like an afterthought, that drive.
Staying alive.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage server.
Advantage server. I love that. It's like he forgets.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
It
I
is
think he
with
forgets
Jaffe,
who's
but
who.
Deep.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that was a fault or a foot fault
It was,
call.
I think
didn't
it was
hear
a
anything.
fault. I think it was
Just
a
a fault.
fault.
Deuce.
Yeah. And see what Jaffe, the first signal that Curtis gave Jaffe was that she was going to go. And Jaffe said no. Didn't like the call, so they changed the game
Head
plan.
in.
Let's see.
Okay.
Warner throwing in a couple of backhand misses here. A few backhand misses for both Cruz and Warner here.
Wow, she hit the seam
Right in the
on
Game.
seam.
that.
and
Okay, that's a great
Curtis
How
Jaffe.
about
comeback.
that for a hole?
Wow. They
All
were
right,
down a
so
set,
it's
couple set
5-4.
points.
Cruz Warner up 5-4. First set.
And what I like about everybody is the commitment to the game plan, staying
Yes.
with it, hanging in there. They're not getting blown out. They got to execute better.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the points.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's wrong that's going out here. You just have to play cleaner, tighter, a little better.
Right. Well, they'd lost a couple quick games just because they had some loose errors. Like at 3-all. They just, those 2 games just got away from them, and it wasn't that Cruz and Warner did anything special.
We got another
All
report. Shea and Dardis are up 2-1, breaking serve.
And they won the first set, correct? 7-5.
Cruz
Won
to
the
serve.
first set,
Okay.
7-5 over
Okay.
Bodman and Hayward, the A
Alright.
seeds.
Okay.
So that's our second seed versus our A seed.
Right. See if we can get some other scores in the back courts at the club.
See a
Okay,
switch in the back
seaming
court there.
Switch, yep. That's it. Okay. Let it drop. Again, still Curtis taking that, like you said, way too high. There we go.
Oh, that's a good
But
lob.
they're still, I
There's
mean,
the
they're
drive.
able to get such, that's very thoughtful. Liz thinking about staying back. Yep, that's very smart. She couldn't get up there fast enough. Smart to do that instead of hitting volleys at your shoelaces.
Oh, lost that.
Oh, yeah, she lost
in
that in the sun.
15 love.
Right. Nice first point. Liz Cruz serving. I like to see Jaffe hit one of those returns down the line. Okay, so we got to step up.
Oh,
I like it, but
swing and volley, tough one.
yeah.
30 love.
Big time. I mean, it's a good move, but it wasn't that easy a shot.
Just don't think a swinging volley is best choice.
Such good
Wow.
hands.
Wow. Jeez.
Oh,
Gosh, she could
what
do
a
that more
shot by
often.
Curtis.
Looks like she was a little angry. Had
30,
to get her
15.
angry a little more often.
Such a clean hitter,
Yeah,
Lisa.
she really is. Okay, good. I like that down the line. Different placement. Got to move that ball around a little bit more, that drive around a little bit more. Okay, Jaffe called for help. Curtis was in the middle, waiting. Cruz does such a good job of holding her overhead, waiting to see if anybody's making a move on the backcourt. Great get. That's where, excellent.
Great teamwork there.
Yep. I really love
Wow,
it.
Curtis
has
coming
got to
up.
get more involved in this match. And Jaffe's
30
got to
all.
find a
Good.
way to get her involved.
That is the firepower
Yep.
out there, Curtis.
Yep, that's what she wants. Okay, 30 all. Nice soft drive there. That's
She's trying to hold the
great
drop.
drop. Okay. Her hands were a little high on that lob. Like it. Keep working it. Like that they switched that. Okay, let's get that down the line lob, Jaffe.
You see these moments now where it starts to get
Oh.
tighter points.
Oh, unlucky. Again, there's the sorry, not sorry.
40, 30.
That's tough.
All right, set point number 3 here.
Okay. All right. Where's Jaffe going to drive this ball? Interesting. Cruz stays back. It's the first one she stayed back on Jaffe. Got to find that sun, that deuce side. I think that's a smart play. Oh. Better drop. Just there's Cruz and Warner are so disciplined.
They're solid back
disciplined.
there. They keep lobbing until they get the ball that they want.
Right. Oh, the little hole
There it
there.
is, and it's
Yes.
first set to Cruz and Warner.
Wow.
And we'll be
Game
right back in
and
just
first set.
a moment after
Cruz
these
Warner.
messages on the
6-4.
APTA network, where we'll bring you back to the other
Yep.
match, which is Dardis and Shea against Bodman and Hayward.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
I'm pulling my weight in. Go. Got me anxious, got me broke, but I can't live this on my own.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We are in the women's quarterfinal round of the match between our number 2 seeds, Cynthia Dardis and Amy Shea, against the number 8 seeds of Bodman and Hayward. And why don't you give us a quick look about and introduce the players on the court
Sure.
here so everybody knows who we have
All
out
right.
there.
So closest to us in the black, all black, actually gray pants and black shirt. On the right-hand
Vantage
side
Hayward.
is Cynthia Dardis and her partner Amy Shea. Been playing together for eons,
Yeah.
probably 20 years, I would think. Never changed partners. Well, returning right now is Liz Hayward. She's on the ad side with the blue top on. And Hallie Bodman is in the
Deuce.
gray top on the deuce side. Very, very, very hard hitters.
Yeah, Bodman and Hayward, would you say they're the hardest hitting team on the tour?
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what they love to do. They hit, they hit, they hit. Just when you think you're going to slow it down, no.
Yeah, it's
They
sort
hit
of
harder.
like they're one of the things that their strength, but it's also, you could say it's their weakness
It
as
is.
well, right?
It
It's
is.
one-dimensional.
Right. They jump around a little too much, I think. Hallie has a great ability. Bodman has a great ability to poach, but it gets her in trouble sometimes.
Yeah,
she
she'll
gets out of
make some
position.
putaways and
Right.
she'll miss a few or flag them or
Right.
they get out of position
Right.
and they'll
She
lose
really
in the next ball.
closes the net really tight. Sometimes you can't see it right there. We go.
Yep.
You can
And
sometimes
she got that one.
right, but get over her head. I think is a good choice because she's always closing.
Right.
I think we're
So-
trying to get a score here. I know that Shea and Dardis and Shea won the first at
Advantage
7-5.
Hayward.
Okay.
Oh, so it's advantage there
Right. Listen to.
for Hayward on that one.
Okay,
Score is
well,
deuce.
Deuce.
And we're back to deuce, and
All
then
right.
the umpire will announce the game score right after this.
Yep.
We know that Shea and Dardis won the first set 7-5.
Mhm. And Shea and Dardis, again, they've been playing forever, but they're a really solid team. They always seem to find a way to win. They figure people out, figure out how they're playing that day, and they find a way.
See, there's the really hard element. So complete
Yes.
contrast in styles from the match we just watching
Right.
there. And this one where you see a lot more chaotic points.
Mhm.
Instead of everything being measured, it's
Right.
hard at the crease. The
Advantage
ball's gonna
Hayward.
fly around a lot more.
Right. Not a lot of
Yeah.
order.
A lot more drives and misses.
Mhm.
And in some ways, it can be a very effective strategy.
Right.
It tends to, the more chaotic point tends to favor the more athletic team some of the times.
Right.
It just depends.
Got Amy Shea hits most of the overheads on the team.
Oh boy.
Wow.
She
Well,
had him out of position and she must have just taken her eye off of it.
yeah. Well, I think she wanted to drive that ball, Hayward, and it just was way
Scores
too
deuce.
low. Well, deuce again. We'll figure out a game score in a minute.
Oh,
Wow.
good move there from
Advantage
Amy Shea
Dardis.
at the net. Distracts Bodman there, and that's the drive.
Mm-hmm. Staying back on Hayward's drive. Look
On
at
both of
there's
them,
that.
actually.
There's that. Wow. Jeez. So hard. Now, if she let that
Score
ball
is
go,
deuce.
potential that she could lose that point.
If it goes
If it
to the
crosses
other
back
side,
over the
yeah.
net.
The rule is if the ball hits the back screen
Mm-hmm.
and then goes all the way to the other side of the court and
Mhm.
crosses the plane of the net,
Yeah,
it's a loss of a point
to the hitter. Right.
to the person who hit the
Right.
shot. Correct.
Right.
I think that would have landed. I think Cynthia just needed to track it
Deuce.
down. That's-
Right.
It was a tough one, Cynthia Dardis.
You just got to get your running shoes on
Absolutely.
or call a taxi. You like that?
That's it.
Huh.
Those are the softest balls I've seen.
Yeah, I know.
hit.
It looked like she wanted to
Like,
hit
those
that,
like
didn't
too
it?
soft. There's the quick poach there.
Yeah,
by
right.
Bodman.
But then there's just a little, it's like, again, a little chaotic. But I think Bodman and Hayward work well in chaotic situations.
Well, they've been doing it this way for a while now,
Right.
so it's not like
Right,
something that's unpracticed for them. It's
Right.
certainly a style that they think works for them.
right. Well, it's distracting. if you're their opponent.
Ball's deep.
Surprising
Advantage
missed
Hayward.
lob there from
Okay.
Amy Shea.
What a game. Wow. We still haven't gotten the set score. Wow.
Oh, that's in.
Wow.
Game, Bodman Hayward, they lead 4-2. Second
Okay.
set,
There's the
Shea won the
break.
first.
Okay.
So Bodman Hayward making a move into this set. They're up 4 games.
I got
to
4-2, Bodman Hayward.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to stay
Okay.
this set out here and see how this finishes up.
Yeah. We'll try to get the score of Curtis Jaffe, Cruz Warner in a second. I think they're in their second game.
For those of you just tuned
15
in,
love.
the number 3 seeds of Cruz and Warner won the first set, 6 games to 4.
Mhm.
And it wasn't a poorly... The strategy was okay, the execution not so much. Is
Right.
that how you would see it,
I
Lisa?
do. I do. Again, they just lost some key points. Obviously, that's the game of paddle, but again, I'd really like to see Curtis get a little bit more involved. It looks like she's trying to, but just making some errors. That could be a little bit of the inexperience. Ah, there's that wing shot by Amy Shea, a drive forehand where she can just put that ball wherever she wants.
She has great leg speed drives.
Really does.
She hits one of the harder serves on the women's tour
Yeah.
also.
She does. And she gets in very fast. She's also, oh, she just does, she's not even going for that.
Yep, well, she wasn't balanced
30
enough.
love.
Oh,
And,
smart play.
Smart play there from Bodman, going
Mhm.
hard right at her again when she wasn't ready, when she didn't have her feet underneath her.
Mm-hmm. Look how, here we go, there goes Bodman again, closing the net. But
30-15.
all right, 30-15. Hayward serving, 4-2. They're up 4-2 in the second set, lost the first set, 7-5. Okay. Again, look at Hayward's hand so low.
That's great
That's-
backhand
oh,
drive.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. I want to see a high ball drive out of
40-15.
Hallie Bodman's corner.
Well, you get caught up in driving the, you know, they're whacking the ball, so
Yeah.
you start whacking it too. It's actually quite fun.
It is fun. It's fun
but
to watch, but not
sometimes you
fun to
lose
play.
control of what's going to happen out
Right.
there.
Right.
That's what the chaos is.
Yeah. Yeah, that pace of play. They want to play that
Game,
fast
Bodman Hayward,
pace.
they lead 5-2.
5-2.
Second set,
right.
Shea won the
Good
first.
play. It works on
Okay.
it. I did, you know, speak briefly with Amy Shea, and you know, the biggest thing is, as they're coming back, their first tournament was the Philly Open.
Right.
You know, that she thought the biggest thing was just getting back into the swing of the pace of play, how quick some of that ball's going.
Right.
And they ended up losing to another big hitting team in Philly Open with Enica and Berendt, who's a very big hitting team.
Right.
They won the first set here, but down 5-2 in the second.
Right. No, Enica and Berendt and Roxy and Nika won their round of 16. Love and love. It's huge against a really tough team. Yeah, they played McNitt and Morgan. Just not even bothering coming in.
They have big returns for sure.
Right.
Oh, they're making Dardis and Shea run.
Well, you know,
Love
actually
15.
that's not a bad plan. I mean, getting Cynthia Dardis on the run is actually a very smart play.
Yeah, it's funny, the really hard overheads originated on the men's side of the game.
Right,
And
right.
they've pretty much gone mostly out of the men's side of the game now, although people use it from time to time, but for the most part, not really at all. And on the women's side, it's become quite a factor in the game.
Right.
15 all.
All right, we have an update on score with Curtis and Jaffe. Warner and Cruz are up 2-love. Just looks like the wheels are coming undone a little bit for Curtis and Jaffe.
I think they have to stick with their plan and tweak it. You know, find, like you said, that spot for to get Curtis involved so she can start using her offensive weapons out there.
Right. I mean, they're not so far out of it. It's only 2-love, so.
Nope.
Oh, I think they had a miscommunication. Too bad. All right. Yep.
15-30.
All right. Looks like Dardis and Shea, their shoulders are a little low here. Look a little defeated.
It definitely looked a little that hangdog thing. I've seen that from them from time to time anyway, and then they come back and win.
Right.
But
It's a ploy.
Yeah. I wouldn't be
Let's look
it
like
could
we're
be.
defeated. Could be. They're competitors, though. I mean,
Oh, the best competitors.
they really are. Love that little slash overhead from Amy Shea. Keeps that ball so low.
Yeah, now Bodman and Hayward are not immune to getting dropped either. They, you know, you can move
30
them around
all.
for sure as well.
Right, they're tall as well, keeping it low. Okay, Amy Deci's back again. That's a good plan.
Oh,
She's
makes
really
it run up
getting-
the line. Can't chase it down.
30-40.
again.
I've seen about 5 points that they've won with that shot against Cynthia Dardis.
All right, here we go. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Game second set. Bodman Hayward
Okay.
6-2.
All right, so
And
we
our
split
umpire
sets.
announces it. We got a split of sets there for Bodman and Hayward. All right, we're going to switch it back over to Cruz and Warner against Curtis and Jaffe right now.
And
And we'll see what we're going on there. Last we heard it was 2-love
Yep.
for
So maybe we're in
Cruz
deuce.
and Warner.
Oh, looks like. All right. Thinking deuce to love 2, but not too sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, that was a
Well,
lucky
it's-
miss, I think.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's not the overhead you want to hit. Hitting backhands high that come up high,
Yeah,
you know, into Cruz is a bad
Juicy.
idea.
it's juicy for Cruz. All right, looks like Curtis is going to go. Nope,
Switch of plan.
Jaffe didn't like it.
That's good communication, though. They're on
is.
the same page.
Right. Okay, there we go. They're letting him drop a little bit more, Brad. Wow. Look at that lob.
lob.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
tough.
Game Cruz Warner. They lead 3-0 second set.
All right, so again,
Like we talked about, like at this point, 3-0. So at one time it was 3-all, and it was 4-3.
Fresh
Then
ball,
they were down
ladies.
5-3. Right around that point, you could see everything start to change, to turn over just a little bit.
yeah.
And the issue is with some teams. You know, we saw it in the last match with Andrikova and Zabor
Ladies.
50, with immensely talented team, but they get up and sometimes they might go away a little bit.
Right.
You don't get the feeling like Cruz and Warner is this type of team that goes away
No.
for you. They stay and play solid
Yep.
all the way through.
They do.
And so now it's going to be up to Curtis and Jaffe if they're not going to get the help from Cruz and Warner, how are they going to be able to turn this match around?
Right.
New ball.
That return.
Warner to serve.
It's easy when it doesn't count, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I mean, when Curtis got a little more involved in the backcourt, I like the play. And Jaffe has the ability to do it.
Oh, sneaky
Yeah,
drive.
that's great. There you go. That's that play that you like. Every once in a while, she pops in there.
There's a good long, low
Yeah,
shot.
there we go. That's what I'd like to see.
Yep, no, it's great. The
Yeah.
problem is it's not doing any damage
No.
either,
No.
but you're not getting attacked.
Right, right. I mean, I think the lobs from Warner and Cruz have just been perfection.
Oh, that's just great lobs.
Even better than in Philly. I mean, I think they've gotten even better.
Yep.
I mean, that's
a rare
again,
miss.
it is a rare miss.
Love 15.
Okay, one step at a time.
There you go. You can't win them all at once.
No. Okay. That's,
There we
I
go.
love
What a-
that. And she
Ooh,
almost got
tracked it
that,
down.
right? But I really love that backhand down the line drive by Curtis.
Love
She's
30.
done that a couple times. And we're right behind him. It's a beautiful shot. Just would love to see that happen a little more often. Some nice serve. Those shadows on the court. Hard to see. And the lights are on as well.
Yeah, it's sort of a hazy cloud cover, but sunny.
Mm-hmm.
15-30.
I kind of wonder if you think, I mean, I think Curtis is maybe not as strong in the screens on the ad side, but I'd love to see her play
If
the
she
ad
moved
side.
over there, it would create a look that
Yeah.
changes things.
Yeah.
And I like the idea because Curtis definitely has weapons on both sides,
Mhm.
forehand, backhand.
Right.
And when you have there, you definitely have Jaffe's backhand is better than her forehand.
Yes.
So you have Jaffe's backhand in the middle there. You're putting more offense in the backcourt
Right.
that way,
Right.
doing that.
But I don't think she's comfortable in the screens yet. But I think that would be in the ad side,
Right.
Curtis. But I think
Curtis.
that would be a really nice move as a partnership for them to think about that.
Well, it's certainly something that could give them a new dimension.
Mhm.
You see, that's
30
what
all.
matters. And I do find, I'm, you know, as far as what I'm finding in this match is that, you know, Cruz and Warner are developing more backcourt offense,
Mhm.
you know, than Curtis and Jaffe.
Yes,
And that's just
100%.
how, and they're ahead because of it.
Right. And they just don't make any mistakes, you know, and I think that's also really difficult for a team when you know that the players in the backcourt, they're not making any mistakes. So what do you do?
Oh,
Wow.
great drive.
Yeah.
There's another one, and the blitz behind it.
Oh, wow.
that's
She almost
good.
had that too.
But again, it all starts with that backhand drive that
Yeah.
dips down.
40-30.
Yep,
And you got Jaffe volleying up,
yep.
right?
She
And
could close that net. She's not afraid of the ball, Jaffe. I think Curtis is a little bit. She still backs off a little bit, but we'll have to see
that's
that
big.
down the line. There.
Oh,
Oh,
such
too
good
bad,
hands
though.
up there from Warner.
Wow.
And Cruz. I mean, those are
Yeah.
tough drives.
Yeah.
Game, Cruz Warner.
Great
They lead the
job.
second set
Oh
4-0.
boy, they just need to get on the board to give it a little bit of momentum swing.
Starts with one. It always
Yeah,
does.
It does.
I played a match the other day.
Uh-huh.
Won 10 games in a row.
Curtis
and
to
lost.
serve.
Oh no,
6
Brad.
love, 4 love.
Oh no.
Lost the first set, but then won 6 love, went up 4 love, and then threw in one bad game, and that
Oh
was
jeez.
lost 7-5 in the third.
Wow. League match? Was it a league match?
It was like a winner-take-all $1 million match.
15 love.
Damn it. Oh, well, it can happen. And so it could here, too. It can happen. I don't know if it will. While we're watching this, I am going to throw a little shout out to one of Liz Jaffe's members, Hirsch Cohen, who really was instrumental
Wow.
in getting paddle at the Village Club of Sands Point. They didn't have paddle at their
15
at
all.
their club, a very big tennis club. They didn't have paddle at their club on Long Island, and they built 5 courts.
Yeah, it's incredible the
Yeah.
work of individuals and volunteers, like the great staff we have here at the Glenview Club, and
Right.
all the people at the APTA and Enet Live. I mean, it's an incredible
Right.
event out here. Inside that hut there are a couple hundred people enjoying amazing sliders, watching some incredible paddle. Beautiful
Right.
sunny day. Doesn't get any better, Lisa.
Really doesn't. Wow, another on the line lob. Well, like we said, having Jaffe in that ad side, again, it's a wonderful thing. She's really great on the screens, but no firepower on that forehand side. And they know that. Cruz and Warner know that. Oh, unlucky. Great positioning.
15-30. 15-30.
Just looks like Jaffe and Curtis need to talk a little bit more. Slow down a little bit more. Curtis looks a little out of sorts. That's a really well-placed drive by Cruz.
15-40.
Jaffe's right hip high, almost between the hip and the shoulder.
Yep.
Not comfortable.
It's very important to find that spot with your drive.
Mm-hmm. We're saying that early in the prop Spitz and Draco Zabori prop has a great positioning when she drives her ball. Always very thoughtful. Oh, it looks like Curtis is just
Well, that
a
was
little bit
trying to get
upset.
involved, but forcing it. We're down 4
Game, Cruz
love.
Warner.
Can't
Why?
They
continue
lead
here to affect
5-0,
this
second
match.
set.
Right.
Just gonna hit it.
She looks very upset. I would like to thank our national sponsor. Uline is the leading distributor of shipping, industrial, and packaging materials to businesses throughout North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship. Outstanding customer service means they're here when you need them 24 hours a day, 7
Cruz
days a
to
week.
serve.
Uline, the best selection, products, and people for an unforgettable customer experience.
All right.
Wow. What a serve, though. What a serve by Cruz.
15 love.
See what the energy level is going to be like out here for Jaffe and Curtis.
Right.
They can mount any kind of comeback. Look frustrated in the last game for sure.
Right.
And how could they not be?
No,
Right?
I mean, there we go. Again, that backhand down the line by Curtis is
15
such
all.
a weapon. Just wish she could do it more often. Okay. Well,
Oh, she's breaking
There
up
we
a
go.
bigger
15-30.
serve now here
yeah.
at 5 love.
Well, why not? But
Yeah.
then again,
You know, the why not is
right.
if you start changing what you're doing that got you to the lead in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
it can turn on you.
It
happens
can.
all the time in paddle.
Right. All right, we have a score update. Bodman, Hayward, Dartis, Shea. It's 1-all in the third set.
And we're going to bring you back over there
Yep.
after this match ends here.
Okay. There we go, Jaffe. Great drop.
15-40.
Her hands are very soft. Like to see more of that. They got some freebies early on in,
Oh, yeah.
in the first set doing that,
She's
and that's
bringing the big serve out now, too.
yeah. Okay.
Such a smart volley there.
Right.
Lob volley and retreat.
Right.
Whenever you don't have the
Mm.
advantage, lob the ball up and retreat.
Right.
30-40.
I love that playing tennis. Right over the head. Oh, a little taste of our own medicine.
Hey, if you're going to dish it out, you got to
Right,
take it.
yeah, that's right. Wow, good leave. All
All right.
right, here we go.
Game. Curtis Jaffe.
We got a breadstick, Rodney.
They
Not sure
trail
it's a breast
1-5.
stick yet. It's more like
Second
a
set.
pretzel stick.
One?
Yeah, pretzel stick. If they get another one, I'll go full breadstick.
Yeah.
Jaffe to serve.
It's not a bagel.
Nope. Wow. Wow. They just look at those overheads. Wide to Jaffe, then wide to Curtis. Really opens up the courts for their drives.
Yeah, they're lobbed
Really,
so well.
really good. I mean, what a point.
A great lob.
Yeah.
Elicits
Love
the
15.
overhead. The ball goes into the strike zone, and
Mhm.
she takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Forces a missed volley.
Here it comes.
Oh, great
Oh,
spot
wow.
on that backhand.
Come on. Oh,
Oh,
if
she
she were a
tried it.
little tighter to the net, that would have been really good.
Cute little drop angle there.
Love 30. Love 30.
All right,
Love
2
30.
points away here from victory.
Yeah. Okay.
Cruz and Warner, third seed.
Mm. Getting a little more high, soft. Great. Hmm.
That's right at the crease.
I think. Is that out? Or is that good?
15-30.
No, okay. They
15-30
called
was
it
good. Yeah, well, I
Yep.
didn't hear a call, so I
No.
was waiting to see, but
Right.
no call. Ball was in. Great shot.
15-30.
I think they're getting confused, Jaffe and Curtis, because they're doing such I formation. They don't know what the score is. Nice serve by Jaffe. Neutralizing Cruz. Oh, Curtis has to stay really low on
Alright,
that.
here
She's
it
going to
is.
get lower.
Double
Double
match
match.
point here.
15-40.
Mm. Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
that's
Well,
it.
that's it.
Game, set.
That was a
And
great
match.
match.
Cruz
by
Warner.
Cruz and Warner. Very few mistakes.
6-4,
brought
6-1.
methodical offense out
Good
there.
match,
They
ladies.
lobbed
Well
really
played.
well.
Good
Right.
job.
We're going to come back
Yep.
in a minute right after this break, right here on the APT Network, presented by eNet Live, where we'll bring the conclusion of the Dardis Shea and Bodwin Hayward match.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
I'm
we're back here, the quarterfinal match with Bodman and Hayward receiving against Dardis and Shea.
Deuce.
We brought you right back into a little confusion there from Dardis and Shea. There's a little confusion on how they're coming and how they're attacking that serve and volley play.
Mm-hmm. And we know they're in the third set right now. Get an updated score in a moment by the chair umpire. Amy Shea is serving.
See, they're trying to keep that ball low
Right.
and deep. And there's the big forehand there from
Right.
Hayward, but misses it
Advantage,
wide.
Shea.
I think she's forcing that drive. It's a tough drive to hit a low ball.
They do not shy away from shots, though.
No.
Those guys are
no.
hitters, match point down. They don't.
Right.
It's not like one of those teams who, like, all of a sudden they tighten it up
Mhm.
or,
No.
you know, when they just keep playing.
Right.
Heavy, hard.
Yeah. Good or bad. They just, like, sometimes I think I would like to see them make a little better shot selection.
Deuce.
But you're right. They go for it.
All right, and as soon as they're ready, we have a warm-up here on the other court. We have Berendt and Enica, our number 6 seed,
Mhm.
against
Hanisch
Hanisch and Van Starrenburg, and that's our number 1 seed. That is
Yeah.
going to be a great quarterfinal. We're going to bring you to that. And they're just beginning to warm up over there.
Nice blitz, though. But again,
Advantage, Shea.
got to make that volley if you're going to blitz. Been having some long games this match. A lot of deuce games, back and forth.
Game, Shea. Shea, Dardis score is 2-all, third set.
Okay, we're at even. The third set, 2-all. On serve. Two all in the third set. And we've got Hallie Bodman in the gray shirt to serve. Doing I formation right away against Cynthia.
Love 15.
A little bad toss from Hallie Bodman. Gotten a lot of points off that side of Cynthia Dardis when they're hitting really hard to her, making her run forward, getting some errors on that. Wow, Amy Shea has such an ability to hold her drive to the very last second and find those holes. Wow, wow. God, Amy almost fell over.
15-all.
All right, 15-all, 2-all in the third set. Oh, that ball almost went over the screen. And it's not even that warm out. We're at 48 degrees right here at Glenview Club. That's a great drop.
That was a great drop.
30-15.
Liz Hayward keeps her hands very low and loose. Her wrist is very loose and limp. There's that smack again.
Yeah, more of those hard
Wow.
overheads.
And again, oh, almost got that.
Completely different style up here.
40-15.
It keeps Shea and Dardis busy,
Right.
constantly on the run, constantly moving.
Right. Which
Game,
keeps
Bodman,
them out of
Hayward.
control.
They
You
lead
get
3-2, third set.
Amy, if Cynthia and Amy get control,
Right,
They're
not
gonna win.
controlling the action
Right.
here.
right?
You know, I wouldn't say that Bodman. They're controlling the pace of play for sure. Bodman and Hayward. They're not necessarily controlling, you know, all the action of the outcomes, but
Mhm.
they're controlling the pace of play, and this pace of play doesn't. It's not always the best for Dardis and
No,
Shea.
exactly. All right, 2-3. That's
Whoa.
whoa. Cynthia
15
Dardis to
love.
serve. God, that's deadly.
That
Get
was
hit
a
by that ball? Well, it's going to hurt. It's going to
big
leave a mark.
drive. Well out.
All right.
15 love. 2-3 in the third set.
It's nice to keep that ball low. Hallie's very tall, so that's a tough volley for her. Her shoelace for anybody, but for her especially, being as tall as she is.
So we're going to finish this match out
Excuse-
here. And see
Excuse me,
this
lady,
third
where are we?
set battle,
Are we
how
at
it
15?
works out here. and
30
then
love,
we're gonna bring you over
excuse me, I
to
missed it.
the
Thank you.
First
30 love.
seed against the 6th seed, which is Enica and Berendt. Our 6th seed against Hanisch and Van Starrenburg, our first seed.
40 love.
All right. It's a good game for Dardis and Shea. Try to get back to even. 3-all in the third. Don't have to hit a big
Oh.
serve. Wow.
Game,
Wow.
Dardis Shea.
I don't know why she was
Score is
reaching for
3-all,
that. Didn't
third
make any
set.
sense.
Extremely loose game, though,
Right.
by Bodman and Hayward.
Right.
We
Can't
talk about
give-
the playing fast, but that was just some errors there.
Right. And you can't give Cynthia and Amy any in.
You don't want to give them any life. I
No.
agree. I mean, to me, they looked a little out of sorts there, and that was
Right.
a bit of a gift game there for
Right.
Bodman and Hayward.
The sun's starting to go down, so it's getting a little bit easier for the players to see. The lights are on. It's
15
easier to
love.
see without the sun, but sometimes that is time of day. Sometimes you can lose the ball a little bit. Almost looked like a foot fault.
Wow, that was a heck of a first volley there.
Mhm. Look how fast. Oh, that's good. I like that she's lobbing that ball because Bodman's so on the net. Here it comes. Whoa. Jeez.
15 all.
She was not quite balanced there, Allie Bodman. She just lost control of that shot.
Right.
Now-
Well, she's laughing about it, but
With Bodman and Hayward, you'll see a lot of switching at the net,
Mhm.
too, because, as you said before, Hallie Bodman likes to poach a lot, cuts
Right.
in front. She does more of that than Hayward does.
Right.
Hayward will slide behind. She's ready for Bodman to do that.
30-15.
Looking for it.
right. All right. 30-15 and missed by Dardis.
This pace is good for Bodman and Hayward for sure.
Wow.
And if they don't
40-15.
give them games like they gave in the last one, I smell an upset here.
Yeah. I do too. All right, 40-15. Oh, wow. That was almost another missed return by Dardis. Oh, wow. You can't give that
40-30.
to Shea. She's too good driving that backhand
She's
while
got
she's
a
moving away.
Great
Just-
backhand.
Right. It's not an easy shot to hit. Wow. Look how she holds that drive.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's a legal double
yes.
hit.
One,
Yeah,
one
one
clean
Game,
Strike
strike.
Bodman,
motion.
Hayward, they lead 4-3. Third
Unintentional.
set.
Right. All right. 4-3 for Bodman and Hayward. Third set. Okay. Let's see if this Bodman and Hayward have a tight game or a loose game. We'll see what happens, but they can't give any freebies. Like we said, they can't let Dardis and Shea back into this match because if they do, I think they're going to run with it.
All right, so Amy Shea to serve here. Down 3-4.
Love
Good little
15.
punch return. when you see so many big bangers and they put in that different style of return, it's a whole different ball of wax, and she gets ahead of that one and misses us. So stepping out is Lisa Rudloff, and it was a pleasure doing matches with Lisa today. And finishing up our broadcast here of this match is our intrepid
Love 30.
broadcaster here, Rodney Workman. Welcome, Rodney.
Good to be here, Brad.
All right, stepping into our third set battle here with Bodman and Hayward against Dardis and Shea.
Awesome.
Now, Bodman and Hayward are a Chicago team, very popular up and around here.
They certainly are.
And they've been sort of near the top for a while now, Rodney, but they haven't really cracked through.
Yeah, they've been sniffing at it. They're a quarterfinal team, occasional semis in the big ones.
15-30.
But they, like you say, they haven't busted through. So maybe this is their year.
All right, so we're in here. It's 3-4. Amy Shea serving here to get even in this third set. And I was just talking before Lisa Rudloff ran off there. And this match has a feel of possible
30
upset
all.
here for Bodman and Hayward if they can not give away a few games. If they can, because they're making Dardis and Shea run. They're making them move. They're making them busy. They can't get set up. They can't control the action.
Well, they hit supersized shots.
30 all.
Liz and Holly do, and I noticed them hitting a lot of peg overheads right at the bodies, trying to knock them off balance. But they've missed some too doing that. They're making some loose errors, going for the big ones. But coming down the home stretch, it's going to be exciting to watch, Brad.
Nice
40-30.
shot there by Cynthia Darth. A little taste of their own medicine. She cracks one into the crease. All right, 40-30 for a 4-all.
Dardis and Shea are also trying to win their first major, aren't they?
They have not won a major, been to finals, but have not won. They've won many, many tournaments. You know, but
Game, Dardis, Shea.
only a
Scores
bridesmaid
4-all,
at
third
the
set.
Nationals.
Well, here we go. 4-all coming down the home stretch, and Hallie Bodman to serve.
I think I'd have to favor the experience here of Dardis and Shea.
You
But-
got to.
You know, Bodman and Hayward play with kind of like and anything goes, so anything could go, right? But
Love
you have
15.
to figure that Dardis and Shea can tighten it up at least at the crucial moments.
Well, they're so tough. I've called a number of their matches, and you know, I'm sure some of these younger, really good tennis players coming into the game that are getting good, they never figure out how they
Love
have
30.
just lost at Dardis and Shea. They just grind out matches. They're amazing at that.
And they see Liz Hayward taking probably an ill-advised drive at a crucial moment. Love 30.
They spot these drives up so well on the hips, always moving it around. Look at that teamwork. Oh, she was there.
15-30.
Came over brilliantly.
Oh, great shot through the middle.
15-40.
Nice ball.
Perfect. Up the middle solves the doubles riddle.
Yes, great forehand there from Dardis.
Dardis also has a phenomenal drop shot.
Yeah, very sneaky. She holds it and then takes all the pace off at the last second, but you're not sure if she's going to hit it because she holds it. She doesn't commit to the shot early.
She keeps that racket head up and disguises it. There's
30,
that
40.
hard peg overhead coming right at Shea. And she just barely got out of the way but couldn't catch up to it.
And that's what the purpose of the overhead is. To hit it so hard, to get you out of the way. Your feet are moving the wrong way first. Oh, Shea wanted that one. Big shot there. Big miss. And
Huge.
then if you can't catch up to it on the other end, and even if you do, you're out of position
That's
if you
right.
don't hit a great shot.
It's like a drop shot. They might get there, but then they're out of position. It's same thing. It takes you out of position, and they can get you on the next one a lot of the times.
Yeah, that's true. The only risk is if they do get there and the ball's high, they can hurt you
They
with
can
the other
hurt
shot,
you,
the
no
person who
doubt.
gets the ball.
This would be a huge win for the Chicago team. There it is again. She's
So
looking for that.
smart. And she let that ball drop,
Advantage
so it
Bodman.
gets a low angle, long in through the court, right at the body.
That's the key to that shot, Brad, is let it drop, lower contact, lower trajectory, stays low, and you got to get out of the way of it. Great return. Thought Liz might pull one there. She volleys well off the net. Look at that.
Oh,
She
wow,
flips that
great
forehand
hands.
pretty well, Holly. It's a tough volley. Shea lobs so high, too. She does the little things really well. Deceptively good and gets a lot of good offensive opportunities with those high lobs.
How about that?
Deuce.
Great point. That's the points that I'm talking about there that are going to make the difference. That was
Yeah.
a huge game point there for Bodman and Hayward, and you could see them just tighten it up just a little, Dardis and Shea.
Bodman likes to flip that forehand like that. I mean, she does a
Advantage
lot of that,
Shea.
gets away with it. Johan Durant gets away with a lot of those. And but you know, I'd like to see her maybe commit
Yeah,
on
it's
that
not.
backhand at
It's
times more.
different. It's not a game of positioning and controlled. It's definitely much more a game of, like we talked about, anything goes.
Yeah, I mean, they volley well. So if they do hit those hard overheads and they come off the screen hot, they can make the volley. Back
Oh.
to deuce.
Deuce.
Surprising lob miss there from Shea.
Biggest game of the match, safe to say, Coach Brad?
Well, other than the last one, yes. I mean, this is for a good 5-3 lead here for Bodman and Hayward in the third set. So we're getting down to the wire. Nice drop shot.
Advantage Bodman.
Sorry, 5-4 lead.
That's right. So Bodman has the advantage. This is about the fifth deuce in this game. The longer the game, the more important it is to win it. You don't want to be the point ender in platform tennis. Great volley, Hayward. Hitting those cross-court overheads, swinging them.
Nice soft volley there from Hayward. Good positioning, too.
She's got that chicken wing volley. There's the peg. Look at that stretch. Hayward doesn't give up that net very easily. She's gamer at staying up in there off those peg overheads. Shea's going into that.
She's
Hayward
working
corner.
Hayward there.
Got her.
Discipline. Kept going one after
Deuce.
another right at her.
Pick and stick. Huge game. Gone back and forth. Both teams have had opportunities to win the game.
Oh,
Off the
right.
metal.
Right off the crossbar there.
Great paddle. This is what I love, Brad, when it gets down to 4-0 in the third set and
Oh, this is great.
you're gutting it
Rodney.
out. Both these teams desperately want to win. She likes that short corner. Look at that.
Where's
Oh,
she
boy.
going? I'm not sure why she
Advantage
snuck
Shea.
up on that one, Rodney. It didn't look like a great opportunity
Yeah.
for Hayward there.
It's pretty low. I mean, and to hit that angle, you'd think it's not even there, but Shea comes up big time and time again, and match after match. Hugely impressed with her. Break point.
There's the hard one. Nice. She gets out of the way And Bodman
Game
misses the
Dardis
volley.
Shea, they lead 5-4 third
How
set.
about that for the 5-4 lead there? Dardis and Shea trying to serve it out in the third set.
Don't you think sometimes, though, Brad, with those hard overheads, that the players who are hitting them are tired or bored and they just are trying to finish the point? It might be the shot at the time, but if you look there, Bodman hit the hard peg, missed her. She ducked, got out of the way of it, then she missed the easy one because she's kind of...
Right. Oh, you mean she let down after she hit it and didn't get what she wanted
Yeah, they
to?
go for it because they're tired, and
Right.
it's a quick way to try to end the point.
You know, I do think that people hit the hard overhead for sure, Rodney, when they want to just change something up, whether it's they're tired or they're tired of the way the point's been going.
Yeah.
So they're making it happen. But Bodman and Hayward do it so often, it's just a part of the makeup of what they do.
Well, for sure. And when that shot sort of came into the
15
game
love.
15 years ago or so, it was good for them.
Yeah, and it came in more on the men's side,
It did,
really.
100%
And then
did.
it's kind of left. We were talking about this match. It kind of left the men's side, but it's there more on the women's side for sure. Much more, actually.
Well, I've got to give my old partner credit for that one. Brian Uline, he
15 all.
created that shot. He gets credit for it, and then many have followed suit. Some people don't like it. But at the end of the day, when you put 4 mammals inside a cage,
Put them in the cage.
anything goes.
Nice dig there from Shea.
Here it comes. You know she's loading that up. They're hitting these cross-court overheads, sticking to it. Great volley, nice and deep. Wow, what a shot by
Oh.
Liz Hayward.
Just couldn't get her feet underneath her.
15-30.
So Dardis misses that one. Great shot. All right, 15-30. Oh,
30 all.
Wow.
not coming in. They're still going for it.
Yeah, it's rule number 1 is get the ball in play, right? Rule number 2, keep it in play. So when you violate rule 1, that's not good.
Yeah, because Rule 2 doesn't even come into play.
Don't get even shot at number 2.
Advantage Hayward.
Here we go.
All right, for 5 all. And then as we mentioned before, at the conclusion of this, we'll bring you the other women's quarterfinal in progress, which is going to be Roxy Enica and Laura Berendt against Hanisch and Van Starrenburg. on
There it
the
Game
is,
women's
Bodman
Brad.
Hayward scores 5 all third set.
Cinco.
Coming down to the wire. This whole match has been that way.
Dardis and Shea seem to play an inordinate amount of these marathon matches, and they seem to win an inordinate amount of these
They
close
do.
ones.
But I do think it affects them
Love
like
15.
during the course of the whole tournament.
Well,
Not in this match, but in the next
That's
match or
true.
the finals. You know,
Absolutely.
it
Gas
wears
in
in
the
the
tank.
body. It's no secret that Dardis and Shea are giving up a few years to some of these players.
15
Right?
all.
So longer matches are going to take a bigger toll on them, you know, than others.
for sure. It's like the baseball team that wins the series 4-0 and the other team goes 4-3, uses all their pitchers. They're tired.
You right?
And here we go. Is good cover. Look at that coverage.
Oh,
Perfect spot.
yeah.
Right hipped it. Great dig. Hayward off the back screen, and then an easy volley miss.
Surprising
30-15.
volley miss there from Shea.
That transition volley from back to front, a blitzing volley that has missed more than any volley ever. Right back on
That's
it,
a
though.
huge
30
return
all.
there from Shea.
She dropped that right shoulder, got on top of the ball, and hit a laser beam straight down to the right hip. A little more giddy up than the others. Oh, there's a loose one from Dardis.
40-30.
Again, fatigue maybe creeping in. These are teaching pros. It's not like a lot of these pros are training in terms of cardiovascular. They're teaching all week. Here's a chicken wing volley. Great location from Shea right to the right hip. I mean, that right hip, that right elbow, that right armpit. If If you're right-handed, those are good spots.
Oh, good changes there.
Look at Dardis and Shea have done this before.
Wow, hanging in there. They're hanging in here, Dardis and Shea, at this
There's
point.
the swing overhead. Great coverage. Here comes something. There's that
It was an
flipper.
off-pace drive,
Deuce.
and Bodman was way ahead of it.
Yeah, she was looking for a little more gas for sure. That's why it's for those out there watching. Change your speeds. You don't have to hit every drive as hard as you can, and actually you don't want to.
Oh,
Advantage Hayward.
big backhand there from Shea. Missed into the net.
Chance to hold here. Boy, she hits that chicken wing volley good. She's got that ingrained in her. Where that hurts her the most is when she plays tennis. I guarantee you she does a lot of that. It's hard to flip it. Boy, what
Oh,
a drive.
great spot.
Deuce.
Great spot there from Shea.
It's just a loose overhead up the middle. She might be better served swinging it firmer into Dardis's corner.
Well, the hard overheads definitely have been something that has taken effect in this match. They've won a lot of points with it. and
Advantage
created
Hayward.
a tempo that certainly puts Dardis and Shea look a little out of sorts. You know, they don't have full command of what's going on out there. They're making a few loose errors because of it.
And Shea's missed more volleys here, although she's got that up the line return down pat, but she's missed more volleys than I've usually seen her now. I just came on here a second ago, but just here in the late part of this match. Ouch.
Deuce.
Anywhere but there, Brad. Never in the net.
One of the cardinal rules.
Great little deck lob. I mean, by
Advantage Shea.
moving in and taking those two little steps forward, it freezes Bodman, and then that little deck bump lob is all she wrote.
Yeah, it comes quickly, so she doesn't have time to get her feet back underneath the ball.
This is their third match of the day, Brad, all these players, or is this their second?
Third match of the day.
So they're getting tired and might not be quite as quick with that first step. That nice little slide overhead, that cut overhead is so valuable.
And for Bodman and Hayward, it's their fourth match of the day. They did not
Game
have a buy in
Dardis
the
Shea. They
bottom.
lead 6-5. Third set.
It's so tough to have to play 4 in a day. I know we've tried to push for that not to happen in these tournaments, these big majors, but it's a tough, tough road to hoe. Dardis and Shea up 6-5. The Chicago local favorites, Hayward and Bodman, got a battle here to get it to the breaker.
Now here's where we'll see if they stick with going. I mean, in the past, you've seen about 50% of the time they're staying back on the return of serves. I'm assuming we're going to see the same here from Amy Shea.
Going I formation with signals. Watch how Dardis will shift after it's served. She goes, covers the line. There's that
Love
great
15.
return. Made her flip it. Forehand's weak there. You know, it's just amazing if they commit to that chicken wing volley, though. It's a firmer hit. You don't have as many power failures, as I've called it over the years, where the ball just dies your feet.
15 all.
My favorite Broadway play, Brad, remember?
No,
Nanette.
Nanette.
Very good.
Indeed it is, Rodney.
And
Never
nobody.
drive in the net and never lob it out.
There you go.
How are you doing?
Sounds so easy.
5 all.
There's a switch there at the net. You'll see Amy Shea. That's so Shea can take more of the overheads and they can let Dardis be closer to the net where she might get that drop volley opportunity, Rodney.
And you know she's laying in the weeds waiting for it.
Oh, she is.
Love the cutter. That cutter just keeps the ball lower. She lets it drop. It's not really an overhead. It's a side head.
Yep.
And there's more of an overhead. Oh.
See, that's the ball I want
30,
them to
15.
stay away from at these crucial moments for Bodman and Hayward. The ball's a little lower than the net. They haven't gotten the other team off the net yet. Wait for the better opportunity. You can see Cruz and Warner in the last match masterfully doing that. Lobbing, setting it up, then taking the drive. Never missing the drive, but always a decent drive. Never a bad choice.
Well, feet are getting a little heavy. It's her 4th match. We're late in the 3rd set. I bet you they got 10 hours of play out there today.
Oh, great
40,
volley
15.
there from Dardis.
Match ball right here.
That brings us to match point.
First of 2. They hope they don't have to do it the second time.
And as we said, we'll bring you over to our other quarterfinal match in progress after a brief break.
Going to be some firepower in that next match.
Oh, incredible. Looking forward to it.
Bodman and Hayward backed into a corner. Always said you don't want to be the point ender, game ender, set ender. You definitely don't want to be the match ender. You make the final error of the match.
And there it
Game,
is.
set,
Game,
match,
set,
Dardis
and match
Shea,
for
7-5,
Dardis Shea.
2-6,
Another
7-5.
3-set victory. They pull it out. So we'll be back in just a moment after these messages right here on the
Good stuff,
APTA
ladies. Thank you so
Network
much for
presented
being
by
part of it.
Enet Live.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
Elizabeth,
Stephen,
I can't believe I caught you.
you came back. I knew you'd come back.
I have to ask you something.
Anything.
What is the Netflix password?
I love Stephen.
I love Steven. It's all lowercase, one word?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You gotta get it to get it.
See ya.
Watch movies, TV shows, and exclusive series instantly.
Give a little bit.
At Amazon, we've got millions of toys and games to choose from this holiday for kids of all ages, with free shipping on over 100 million items. So visit Amazon and give a little love this holiday.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We are in the quarterfinal round of the Chicago Charities between Lauren Berendt and Roxy Enica, the number 1 seeded team of Florentina Hanisch and Enica von Starrenburg. Brad, set the stage where we are.
Well, we were at 3-all, and it's 4-3 now. And we have Lisa Rudloff up in the chair, our announcer, calling this match. So we're going to make sure we know who's up 4-3 here as we're starting this match. But we have an exciting quarterfinal here that we're bringing to you in progress.
Lisa's doing everything but selling the popcorn today. She's been commentating. She's calling the matches. My gosh.
I think she gets a piece of the popcorn sales, though. She's not selling it, but she gets a piece of it.
She'll be
so
rich
Roxy
after this.
Enica here is in the white shirt here to serve. And her partner, Laura Berendt, that's our 6-seeded team against the team. And in the deuce court over there on the far side, in the visor, is Florentina Hanisch. And her partner on the ad side, both in all black, is Enica von Starrenburg.
Here we go. This one's going to be a barn burner.
Great shot. It's going to be a lot
15.
of flash out there, a lot of firepower. Hanisch and Van Starrenburg in the Philly Open, Rodney, unveiled a one-up, one-back floating I formation with Hanisch, Van Starrenburg, Hanisch at the net, darting around, cutting off the volleys, and Van Starrenburg in the backcourt, just moving side to side, hitting drives, and it completely flummoxed Cruz and Warner in the finals.
And just staying that way the whole point.
The whole time, and Cruz and Warner didn't know what to do. They kept trying to drive it around Hanisch. She would either pick them off, or if she didn't pick them off, then Starrenburg would drive them back, and then they were confused as to whether they should come in or not, and so they just kept getting caught. We'll see if they unveil that more and more in this tournament.
15-40.
The evolution of platform tennis.
Now that score isn't quite right. We're going to update that in a second
30-40.
after this game.
30-40 in this game. Break point.
Now, Enica has one of those serves. She hits a heavy spin serve, really goes up and attacks it. She doesn't put in that soft serve. She works a heavy act. Well, that one's softer there. Great first volley.
Wow. Wow, they say that shot's not possible in this game, but I just saw it.
Game. Hanisch Van Starrenburg 4-all first set.
And it's 4-all in the first set. That's an incredible shot there by Van Starrenburg. A cut angle. Sometimes you just say, nice shot.
That's all you can say on that. It's a rare shot. You don't see much of it in the sport.
Here we see Hanisch at the net and Van Starrenburg in the backcourt floating eye. And now, Lauren Berendt is one of the bigger hitters on the tour. She thumps it good. And Cruz and Warner in their match in the Philly Open final, they hit great drives, but not with the same velocity that Enica and Berendt do. So we'll see if that makes a difference in this match.
Well, Berendt, she is, like you say, she's a thumper. She hits that ball so hard. She's fun to watch. She's got so much
30 love.
Power and enthusiasm. It's just this one's going to be good. A lot of talent out here.
So there you see the style. So right now they're still trying to attack and hit the ball beyond Hanisch, and she's cutting it off. Or when you come in, the problem is Van Starrenburg dips the drive.
Love.
So you're coming in, you volley it up, and Hanisch stays in.
Right
she
there.
tries to put it behind you.
Like it. No defense against light court winners, though. We just had one.
That's too good.
Van Starrenburg, Enica, grew up in this area. Did her junior tennis on the North Shore of Chicago. That great roller from Roxy.
Game. Hanisch Van Starrenburg. They lead 5-4 first set.
Okay, it's 5-4. Hanisch Van Starrenburg. I think the sun is a little bit of a factor late there, but it might be going down. But beautiful night here, Brad. Good temperature for platform tennis.
And we'll get some updates on our other quarterfinal match, which is just starting, and they're just starting to warm up on court number 2 over there, and that is our 5 seed of Zubori and Andrakova against Lemery and Rohrbach, our 4 seed. So that looks to be a great match as well.
Laura Berendt to serve, down 4-5. She's got great hands, Laura does. Great spot.
Yep, this is a great spot. She'll play a lot of forehand volleys as
15.
well. She's not specifically a position volleyer. She'll take some chances going for a volley like that. She wasn't just putting that volley back in play. She was trying to shove it low and stick it for a winner. It's a little different style.
Former
Leads to errors and winners.
Former Texas Longhorn, All-American tennis player there. I think they won some national championship team titles there when Laura was there. So anyhow, got some good platform. Look at the rollers. There's the...
Wow. That is a great shot that she will
15-all.
use as well. The hard overhead. She likes to play those points with some quickness to them as well.
She does. I'll tell you, Flora ran that. She adored that thing. She got out of the way first, and then she ran it down and had that thing right in her wheelhouse.
Well, last year in last year's Nationals was one of the issues. One of the things she needed to work on was, Gabby Nikolescu was hitting those hard rollers into Hanisch, and she was struggling catching up to him. So,
I mean, the roll that Enica gets on that overhead. Just the spin on the cut over, it's everything. She's got that contemporary game, sort of the Johan game. She's playing it and doing it well.
Whoa.
30-15.
It's a good rip.
That's a good swing. Maybe a little early, but there's still a lot of pace out here going on.
Going Aussie. Giving the up the line stroke.
40-15.
Just went for a dipper there. Couldn't quite get it.
Van Starrenburg was unhappy with that. First volley deep up the middle, textbook. Right on the line for Roxy.
40-30.
Great shot there by Florentina Hanisch. It's a great play.
Yes, you got to be precise with these overheads. If you're going to hit them hard, if you get them a little loose, they're going to end up in a juicy meatball for your opponents. But that's one of the biggest changes in the game in the last 10 years are harder overheads. Sizzling them up, the rollers, the bangers, the right on the line.
Wow, what a great lob. And hard overhead right back.
And I love the way, Brad, that Berendt, when her partner said let it bounce, she let it bounce, even though it was in, you know. I love it when partners listen. Look at that cover. Enica up there at the net, hands of God.
Oh, those hands up there. That's an entertaining stuff, Rodney.
Deuce.
Sure is. You don't see
like
that.
a hot potato.
Trench warfare. Up there tight, or rat-a-tat-tat. You don't see it much in tennis. You get more of that in the old school tennis. Tennis, they're one up, one back like they've been playing. But anyhow, great point. Deuce.
Extremely athletic points out here.
Be hard-pressed to find 4 better conditioned athletes out here than these 4.
Oh, a loose shot gives a first set
Advantage
point
Van Starrenburg.
to Van Starrenburg and Hanisch.
Look at Van Starrenburg. She moves around back here. She doesn't just always stay to one side. She sort of centers herself. She'll go offset. She mixes it up. I like that. See if Berendt can grab her composure. It's an easy overhead. And it
I could keep it away from that big backhand, though, of Van Starrenburg. She's going to have to start pushing the ball low down the middle a little bit.
Hey, there's not many places to hide out there against Flora and Enica. You know, they can drive both sides pretty well.
There's no question. But you can place the ball, you know, a little bit.
For sure.
That's good backhand roller. But she is money on that backhand, Van Starrenburg.
Advantage Barrett.
Chance to hold.
I love the positive energy out there. You see Florentina Hanisch constantly bouncing her feet, giving her partner a high five. Incredibly positive out there.
Nice overhead. There we go.
You see one of the few slashes on the women's side.
And Flora picks it up, and then she missed the easy putback.
I think she was trying to hit her, and as Florentina Hanisch got off the court, she moved the ball even further wide, which she just needed to hit it behind her.
Went through the wickets, but she was out. She was standing out of bounds.
Yep.
It was smart for her to get out of there. What a volley from Berendt. Trying to slow roll that into that backhand corner.
I think anything into that backhand corner is dangerous against Van Starrenburg.
Yeah, it is. This one will be tight.
That's 3 in a row, but they're volleying them all back so far.
They're committing to that backhand volley. For those watching out there, look at that. She's going to get that. Oh.
Advantage Van Starrenburg.
Great choice. Hit it to the open court. Nobody home. Set point number 2.
Yes, it is.
What a drive. Great first volley off the shoe tops, Brad.
She's doing a great job with those.
Really is. Uh-oh.
And there it is.
Game Hanisch Van Starrenburg. They win the first set, 6-4.
But to me, Rodney, if they're going to keep hitting those shots to Van Starrenburg's backhand, it's going to be trouble out there. But that was an exciting set. Very athletic.
Mess with fire, you get burnt. We will be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA Network, presented by Enet Live.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We're in a quarterfinal round match. Chicago Charities, Glenview Club, Gulf, Illinois, between Enica Van Starrenburg and Florentina Hanisch, the number 1 seeds, and Lauren Berendt and Roxy Enica, the number 6 seeds. Brad, what are you thinking?
Well, I think that was an exciting first set, and the athleticism out there is incredible. The power out there is incredible. The hands were incredible. It was all incredible. I don't know that the tactics were fully incredible, but in terms of the athleticism and the movement of the points, amazing.
Incredible to watch.
Love 30 in this game. Yeah, the biggest thing that I saw out there was you can move these points around and make them work, but you got to keep it away from certain spots on the court. You cannot keep giving Van Starrenburg that backhand as she killed him with before.
Love 40.
I'll tell you what, that lob Van Starrenburg just hit was beautiful, and then she got a good pitch to hit, missed it, but she sets her power up with some good defense. Best offense, good defense. She's got it all.
Oh, no question.
Game, Berendt, Enica. They win the first set, first game of the second set.
Break a serve there for
Van
Berendt.
Starrenburg and Hanisch win the first set, 6-4.
Well, for those out there watching, you know, the natural thing that happens after you win a set, usually a close set like that one, you let up a little bit. And that's what happened. The other team picks up. Quick game. Berendt and her partner, Enica, up 1-love, second set.
Well, some of our great sponsors is Uline. And Uline is the leading distributor of shipping, industrial, and packaging materials to businesses throughout the North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship. Outstanding customer service means they're here when you need them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Uline, the best selection, products, and people for an unforgettable customer experience. And there we have 15-love now as we come back to the action. Lauren Berendt to serve.
We give a special shout out to Liz and Dick Uline for sponsoring platform tennis and a lot of the racket sports in the Chicago area.
15 all.
15 all. Little huddle here, Brad. Left hand knows what the right hand's doing. Got away with it.
Yep.
30-15.
Look there. Ball got a little low. Yeah, she's practicing that swing. Hanisch had a good look at that one.
Definitely a great pitch to hit. She'll make it next time. I love the way she shadow swings after she misses.
Oh, what precision on that drive by Van Starrenburg.
Hit the outside edge.
Oh, it's a beautiful night out there. Look at that. Just gorgeous out here. Tons of people in the hut enjoying the great food and camaraderie in there, watching this incredible paddle.
40-30.
The first real loose forehand that Floor hit. $40-30. Chance to go up 2 love.
This is for game point here for Berendt Enica.
What a
Wow,
shot.
look at that. That didn't even go over the net. It went around
Did it go
the
around?
outside.
Look at the slow roller there. And swings it back. What a point. They're pulling rabbits out of the hat and missed the
Great
easy
digs there. I think she should have
Game.
stabilized the point
Berendt
with
and
another
Enica,
lob
they lead
there.
100% on board with that,
Second
Brad.
set.
After you do all that, you want to...
You got to get back to neutral. You never got there.
Nope.
But 2 love now. Good start for Berendt Enica. And, you know, this style is fun style here. And some of the thing is going to be a little ebb and flow. It'll go fast one direction or another. Great return there.
Look how she moves in and catches that ball on the rise.
15.
Gets on top of it. My Rick Macy, a tennis coach, used to say, take it on the rise, give him a big surprise. It's harder to read. Dig. Oh, she almost hooked it around
30.
the post.
Feel a little mojo going Berendt Enica's way here. Very nice.
In the ultimate racket sport of mojo.
So they're starting the 2 back.
15-30.
And you take away the target to hit at, all of a sudden you get an almost inexplicable error, right?
The last thing you want to do, they're both back, they're giving you the net. Just roll it in and capture the net. Build your wall.
But that's where the strategy comes in, and then
30-all.
2 loose errors right back as you're building something in this 3rd set. Don't give away that building momentum.
Exactly. Most important thing that Enica and Berendt need is a short memory right now. 2 bad points. Move forward. I like the way she didn't panic.
Yeah, give it a chance to go out.
Yep.
Lands in. All you've done is
40-30.
lose the net, not the point. But then for 2 good points to 3 loose errors.
Great volley by Berendt, right up the middle deep. Trouble.
Oh, I like that play. She holds the lob.
I do too.
Doesn't take the drive when you expect her to. That could come back and help you out later on.
Exactly. That's exactly what that does, Brad. She'll use it down the road to help her. Look at that rip from Starrenburg.
All right.
Game. Hanisch
Good hold
and
from love 30
Starrenburg.
down. Little help
Berendt and
there
Enica
from
lead
Berendt and Enica.
2-1. Second set.
For sure. I mean, they're up 2 love, 30 love, cruising, and then loose, loose, loose. Yeah, the more aggressive players will make more unforced errors because they'll force more winners. They'll have more winners, but still you can't have more than, I don't know, 5 errors on one hand if you're going to win a match at this level.
I think so. I agree 100%. So another one of our great sponsors, Rodney, is Viking. And Viking Athletics is the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis. The Viking Extra Duty platform tennis ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA Nationals and President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour.
Thanks to Viking, Uline helps us be able to put this production on. Again, I want to thank John Scott, owner of eNet Live, and this production crew of Kelly and Austin in here with us. They do great work. It's come a long way, Brad, since we started this stuff.
All right, so here we are with Enica back to serve. Up 2-1. Oh, what a rip there. She was trying to let it go for Van Starrenburg, but Couldn't get the paddle out of the way. Great spot.
Beautiful drive by Roxy Enica. Number 6 seeds, her and Laura Berendt.
Oh, nice touch.
15-all.
She thinks she has it in an opening there, and she tries to do too much with the volley.
Well, they're volleying for winners. I understand she had, you know, Hanisch in there. She's trying to volley behind her, but oh, what great touch there.
Wow.
30-15.
Pulled it right off her shoe tops. Enica did.
That was a great volley there by Roxy Enica.
Look at Laura Berendt. She starts pretty far off the net. Some players are so close they can touch it. Some players are volley off the net. Great lob. Gary, look out. Beautiful.
Great backhand. And
30
that
all.
was even lower, and she still manages to pull the trigger there. That's a heck of a shot there by Van Starrenburg.
Yeah, that was probably not the ball to drive, but she drove it, and not only did she drive it, she executed brilliantly.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. She took a ball from underneath the level of net and drove it lower than the net with both her opponents at the net.
We're right on the bird's eye angle here. We saw that thing right in front of us. You know, great point.
40-30.
Von Starrenburg never met a backhand she didn't like. Look at that. Nice choice from Laura Berendt. Just hitting that reset spot right to floors. Backhand over and over and over.
Wow, what great lobbing there from Hanisch.
Indeed. Interesting.
Ooh!
What a point. Razzle dazzle.
Nicely done. I think Hanisch thought she was going to hit a hard
Enica
overhead
Berendt,
there. She started
they
backing
lead
away and
3-1.
she took the pace
Second
off
set.
it.
That's a good hold.
A lot of exciting points out
You
here.
ladies want the new ball? New ball?
Lisa Redloff up in the
It's 7
chair.
again. Yep.
Switching balls.
New ball, ladies. Yep.
Beautiful pink sky behind us. Sunset's going down, but it's gorgeous back there.
All right, here they're going to start with the I formation.
Crystal
and she
clear.
gives her 2 signals, does Hanisch, which tells her where to serve it and whether or not she's moving or not. And you see right away how much movement is there from Van Starrenburg and Hanisch. They know exactly where they're going. And Hanisch, if
Love
she feels
15.
the point, she can't cut it off. She immediately moves back.
That was one of her weakest shots of the match. She's a little flat-footed. Footwork intensity's got to pick up now.
Ooh, off the let cord.
Great 1-2 punch there, Brad.
Love 30.
And I love the way Laura Berendt went right at Flora, who was caught up on the service line area. You just punch it right at their feet.
2 signals once again. Where to serve and if she's moving or not. She's staying still right in the middle.
That's the most often missed volley in
15-30.
paddle. When you're blitzing, you got it right on your paddle, and you miss.
Yeah, but you still have Hanisch at the net there.
Oh, it's definitely squeezing her.
There's pressure involved.
But in general, that one gets missed an inordinate amount of times.
Oh, great return.
Roxy
15-40.
Enica with the bomb forehand.
What I don't understand some of the time is why you don't lob the net man once in a while when they're playing the one-up, one-back. What would it matter if you lobbed her? You're not going to, you know, get her to move off the net a little bit. And if she doesn't move off the net,
30-40.
you know, Van Starrenburg will hit it there, but she'll eventually, something's going to change. You know, you playing fast all the time. I think
I'm
you
with
should
you,
use
Brad.
the lob.
Look how close she is to the net, much closer
Yeah.
than Laura Berendt, and so she could reach out and touch that ball. So why not just move in and hit that little bump lob?
Right, little bump. Now it's going to go to Van Starrenburg, but if you want to get in, it's actually easier to get in behind the bump lob that goes over, than a drive and come in, because that'll get back to you quicker.
Trouble.
There's that backhand of Van Starrenburg. It's huge.
She pulls the trigger on both sides, and again, dangerous, but there's the reset spot, right to Floor's backhand. That's where you're generally right on the line. What a lob.
Oh, she's lobbed so well.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, that's the way I see it. Hanisch is lobbing incredibly. She's put about 6 lobs right in the back of the court and driven them off the net with them, and Van Starrenburg is just crushing drives. It's a nice combination.
It's a great ham and egg combo. I'm with you. I forgot how much offense Enica has. Enica von Starrenburg. It's not to be confused
Advantage
with
Van
Enica, her
Starrenburg?
partner, her
That's
opponent.
correct.
Excuse me.
Her opponent.
Yeah. Surprised she didn't drive that one.
She hit him pretty incredible last time she did.
Here it comes. Change the speed on that a little bit.
Hanisch has been missing her drives.
Deuce.
That's lobbing incredibly, but I can't say that's not a drivable ball, Rodney. She should hit it.
That is
She's just missing, not executing. So
spicy
deuce.
meatball that needs to be driven, and she's a little firm on it. She needs to wipe over that ball a little more.
You need a little top spin.
A little more whip across. Bailing out.
Nice little cut there from
Yeah.
Berendt.
Love that.
Oh, there's that incredible backhand.
See, she didn't
again.
drive that one. She could have pulled the trigger, maybe confidence off a little bit, but she'll be back. She's going to pull the trigger here soon. This is where Floor has come up with a good lob eventually. They keep
She's
playing her.
lobbing amazingly.
There's a little more of a wipe on that topspin forehand. Look at on Starrenburg.
Oh! Ball's a little low, but she tried to frame her and hit hard at the body. She could have spun it up.
Advantage
A little more
Enica.
conservative drive, but she went for it.
Yeah, she was framing her. She was going in with extra gas.
And what do we mean when we say framing it, Robin?
Hit it as hard as you can in between the hips, in between the shoulders. You're going right at the body.
Right at the body of your opponent.
And it's just, you can't get out of the way of it. Great communication.
Game,
Roxy
Berendt,
barked
Enica,
out.
they lead 4-1.
All right.
Second set.
Great start
Hanisch
here.
Van
the second
Starrenburg won the
set
first
after
set
losing the first.
6-4.
Well, I'll be most interested in the Court 2 match going on as we speak with the number, with Martina Andrejkova.
Yep.
And
Zabori against
my gals, Suzanne Lemery and Kelly Rohrbach. And I had the pleasure of hiring Kelly, bringing her into the Midwest from West Coast. She was the head pro out at the Bel Air Country Club. Dr. Phil and Tom Cruz were her clients. And I told her if you move to Chicago, you're only one way to get through it is to learn how to play paddle. Looks like she did.
She did very well indeed. No, and I think, Lemery and Rohrbach is a very good team.
They are a good team.
And they've been, again, another one of these teams sort of knocking on the door. They were 4 last year, and every year they get a little better. It seems like the year they're either poised to break through or, well, I guess we'll see, right?
They're right there. Last year they were ready to go, and then Suzanne Lemery blew her calf out.
Yep.
But so she's healthy. Back for live action. 4-1, Berendt and Enica. Number 6 seeds. Great target again. That
Love 15.
Von Starrenburg went right to the right hip of Laura Berendt and got rewarded. Love 15. Trying to find that backhand of Hanisch over there. A rare missed lob.
15 all.
Wow. That was a great volley. She kept it low. Not easy Easily done there by
30-15.
Enica. Great hands.
Tremendous. Roxy's got some just tremendous skill. Again, sort of like a Ferrari. She can go really fast, hit all the shots, just minimize the errors, and look out. She could win a national championship, her and Laura for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Talent-wise, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, you got to break up the talent into multiple spots. So physical talent, 100%. You know, tactics and the mental stuff would be the only thing you worry about. Oh, goodness.
That's the best backhand I've seen in about 4 years.
That was
30 all.
incredible.
She took that thing and just annihilated it.
You know, it's a strange kind of poison. You know, Hanisch lobs so well, you can hit to her. She's not going to miss much, but she's not exactly crushing drives right now, Hanisch. So I'd definitely be playing over there more, but she's lobbing so well.
That's exactly right.
But you're putting anything near Van Starrenburg, and she's crushing it. But that being said, they're still down 4-1 in this set.
30-40.
So
that backhand might just flip this set. That was so big. Gives them a little more energy. It's something to build on. There she changed the speed on it. Look at those slow rollers. Just trying to search and probe up there. And here goes that, and it forces the ball to go there when Hanisch lobs that brilliantly. Wow.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Deuce.
And that's deuce, actually. Not that was a 30-40 point.
That hard cutter into her body, and then it actually moved a little bit off the deck, and she clunked it.
Wow.
Good hustle. Look at them trying to get to neutral, just trying to get back to neutral. Can they get there?
Oh,
Nope.
great play there. One-woman show there from
Advantage
Hanisch.
Van Starrenburg.
Crushes the drive, comes in, volleys behind, and then puts away with a hard overhead.
Her partner had the best seat in the house. There it is.
Oh, that's
Game.
well done.
Hanisch Van Starrenburg. Berendt Enica
Telling you
lead
that
4-2.
laser beam
Second set.
monster backhand.
Oh, absolutely. It
Flip
had the
this a
power
little
to
bit.
flip it all around. I hear you.
But that's where Berendt and Enica got to rope or dope that momentum and kind of keep the edge. 2-4. Flor Hanisch to serve. Great return from Berendt. Slash backhand volley. Here it is.
Yep. She's one of the few players on the women's tour who will experiment with that. And she's
15
starting
love.
to develop. She doesn't have it quite yet.
I love it. I love the gals starting to adopt some of this sizzle. I think the first one I saw do that really effectively was Chris Gambino. Started hitting that full swing Ginsu here in Chicago for winners. Obviously, Araya does a great job of it. Look at these lobs. Look at that.
Catches her off the right hip and the forehand volley.
She set herself up with a great deep lob up the line, and she cheated in the middle. Had a little snack there waiting for her.
What I love about Hanisch Van Starrenburg is they
40 love.
easily go into a new tactic and play a different style. Now they're playing just a couple back here. Doing a great job with that.
A little hard. Boy, Van Starrenburg is honing in on that right hip.
Game.
There's some
Hanisch
nice
Van Starrenburg,
momentum there
Berendt
from
Enica lead
Hanisch Van
4-3.
Starrenburg. Really
Second
flipping
set.
the script. And you're right, Rodney. It comes down to that really laser beam backhand that was down the line, that thumper.
That's the best backhand I have seen on the women's side ever, I think.
It was incredible.
Because the overhead was hit pretty hard.
Yep.
And she just looked at that and
She
said,
just one-timed it.
Ba-boom. And it's funny how one thing in any sporting event can trigger the momentum swing.
No, without a doubt.
I love her hunting hat. She's got that orange hunting hat on out there.
That's it. She's out there looking for prey.
She's hunting
All right.
paddle balls, I think. I mean, there's that deep lob, and that's going to get von Starrenburg in the game. She's going to cheat over when she can. Trouble. Oh, I love it. She'll.
Nicely done. Perfect teamwork there.
Boy, they have a great combination, Floor and Enica. A lot hitter and the setter.
But you see, Enica and Berendt definitely committing to hitting balls right now to Hanisch.
Well,
making her work back there. Let her do the driving. See if she can bring the offense, because right now she's bringing the setups.
Love 15.
And her best offense right now is her defense. That's Floor, that is. And,
yeah,
and she just won with it. Never miss.
Well, you know, I mean, we talk about players with a shot clock, and you saw Berendt there. She needs something to happen. They're not making anything happen, so she's going to do more.
Love 30.
There's the double trouble, the great return from von Starrenburg, and then the blitzing Hanisch. It's hard as the server trying to make a volley with all that going on.
And the thing you'll notice with von Starrenburg is during the point, she'll drive the ball harder. On her return, she's just trying to dip it down. Make the opponents hit up and be consistent with it.
Definitely mojo swing.
Love 40.
Without a doubt.
It's a great picture here. It's crystal clear. Look at that. And I love how Floor didn't try to do too much with that volley. Took a stab at it. Didn't miss it. You know, that volley gets missed so much. Uh-oh.
Oh.
1540.
Well, you can't make every single one, Rodney.
Nobody does. I heard you didn't miss much back in the day, though.
Well, that's because I stopped playing. Now I don't miss it all, Rodney. You know, I haven't missed in a while.
Makes two of us. Oh, that's a good overhead. That's something different. That Z ball.
There's
30,
two
40
misses on the backhand side.
All right, huge point for Berendt.
Yeah,
and
because they
Enica.
were building some great stuff there, Hanisch van Starrenburg. If Berendt and Enica can kind of stem this, get another game back here,
good.
That's a huge thing. Got to stop the bleeding.
We're going to be blitzing. There we go. Oh, what a volley.
What a great volley. Right to Nick.
Look at that lob from Floor.
Good.
Look at her. She just stay right there.
And she hits it and goes back. Totally different style than we see ever before on the women's side.
This is what you were talking about in Philly.
She's going to hit it and go back. Right. She's so dangerous, but that's the smart play that we talked about, Rodney. Lob that net man 5 or 6 times. Don't constantly try to drive it around her every time. It's an awkward thing for van Starrenburg to hit. It's easier for it to hit the drives coming in than that lob.
That's the answer, Brad, for my money. There's a lot of lobs in that situation. You know, again, it's something that teams have never seen before.
Yep, and like a lot of things, you know, it takes time to figure it out.
Doink.
Advantage
Perfect overhead.
That's a great winner here. This would be big because we saw a lot of momentum building for Hanisch van Starrenburg. So if Berendt and Enica can get this game.
Huge.
Oh, and again,
Deuce.
that pressure from Hanisch.
Just enough.
That pressure, right?
That was out by a millimeter.
Just forcing Enica to push that volley a little wider than she wanted to and makes the error.
Squeezed her.
Just like Charmin.
Just such a good lobber. She's got the soft hands, you know, she never panics.
Her lobs have been incredible.
Look,
everyone is designed to keep setting up. It's right through that middle in-between position or it's down the line.
Right there, doinked it. Oh, what a get.
Oh!
On the line. Hands of God. She's there. She's there.
Great dig.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. That is some point, Rodney. It even forced an oh my gosh out of you.
We got an R in there.
Advantage van Starrenburg.
Wow.
That's one incredible point.
Yeah, this match, you're going to have some highlights out of this match.
Oh, incredible highlights.
Put together a good little ESPN, no, reel.
Oh, and there it
Game
is.
Hanisch van Starrenburg, 4-all, second set.
Complete the 3-game comeback to get to 4-all. That's some great play there.
So good. And again, they came back from 40 love. They climbed the mountain to get even. Did they have a break point? Can't remember, but ultimately to lose that hurts.
Yeah.
They
They had a game point on their serve. Yes, they did.
Love 15.
Ugh. Well, 4-all.
Yeah, the quality of play, the athleticism out there is incredible.
They're still riding the wave of that von Starrenburg monster backhand.
Oh.
Hello.
See, I think with that,
15-all.
it's an interesting balance trying to hit the return. You don't want to hit too soft where they can drive it right back at you, but you don't want to overload it too. It's an awkward thing when players
just
say 2 back.
Got to go back to rule number 1. Get the ball in play.
Oh.
She always goes to that right hip too. She's so good. A right elbow, right armpit, right hip. There it is again. See that? Is that by an accident,
Wow.
you think, Brad?
I don't think any of it's an accident. I think it's
I don't either.
Incredible skill there.
There's another Denver Mile High lob. Oh, just so good to let it go through too. Look at that.
Oh, Van Starrenburg with the screen turnaround drive.
It's
30,
funny how that
15.
drive, it went in at an angle, and because it was hit so hard, the angle it came out was wider.
30-15.
And she could not run it down. Usually it comes out at the same angle it goes in, not that time. Uh-oh. Good choice from floor.
Wow. This back and forth transition game is extraordinarily entertaining.
30-all.
Love it.
Yeah, it's just a whole nother way to play. And it's fun when you see the sport all of a sudden going to another paradigm.
Well, we're seeing it now bleed into the women's game here. This is incredible.
Exactly. Well,
I've been doing it for a little bit, but this is amazing stuff out here. Great.
there we go. Just pushed it in play. Just get it in play and let them miss.
30-40.
Break point. Oh,
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Deuce.
She got by with a little help from her friend the net. But hey, you know the great players, they get those. They get more of those than the
Absolutely.
average bear.
Well, if you drive, you deserve it.
You know, my best students when I was teaching a lot of paddle, the real good ones, we wouldn't leave till they hit 3 or 4 let cord forehands. Look at this lobbing exhibition. That was Enica.
Yeah.
Wow. And great
Advantage
speed on the
Van
overhead.
Starrenburg.
And she didn't overhit it. For those watching, she hit it the right speed, right angle, and it died. Unless you're a squash player, you're going to struggle with that. Here we go. Right back on that right hip. There it is again. Here comes another one.
One after another. Smart bail by Berendt there.
Great playing by Laura Berendt.
If you're in a bad position, give it up. Throw the ball up in the air.
That's good, right on the line. Look at the cutter. There's my favorite shot.
Beautiful.
Razzle dazzle, Brad. See, this is fun to watch right here. This is good, entertaining stuff, as you said. Now, you don't want to be the point ender after all this, gang. You played so hard. Look at that little drop shot around the post.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
there we
dig,
go.
dig. I thought she'd go to the other side on that.
Try to cut it.
Good
That's
speed.
smart pace.
Oh, yes.
And a scream from Enica. And we're clapping here in the booth as well. Our production man, John. John, you enjoy that?
That was great.
There you go.
Crowd went wild. That's the largest outburst of the crowd of the day.
I tell you what, that was, other than you getting scared when Van Starrenburg hit that drive down the line.
I'm still
That
shaking.
was,
Still shaking.
It's amazing.
Are we safe in this booth?
That's a fair question. I don't really know.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
Look at this point.
Hands,
Good
back and
dig.
forth.
Hello. Anybody having fun out there? Look at that lob. She's human.
Yeah, the first missed lob I've seen in ages there.
Advantage Enica.
How about that?
Break point. Another one. They've got to stop the momentum swing here. This would be the time to do it.
I like that return, a little more off pace, and
Game,
with the good
Berendt,
spin
Enica,
on
they
it,
lead
smart
5-4.
shot.
Second set.
A lot of sizzle on that. It's almost, she came real close to mishitting that ball.
It might have even been a minute hit, Rodney.
And
but
the thing had so much spin when it hit, it went a little off.
to the right, yep, and it definitely flummoxed there, Hanisch. So there we go. So we got a serving for the set now is Berendt, and that's been some incredible entertaining stuff. The athleticism out there, the racket skill.
I'd pay a decent chunk of dough to watch this match. This is good entertainment. High level stuff.
And the gets, it's like you said, we got a highlight reel on top of a highlight reel there. Now, this is what I love about Hanisch Ben Starrenburg. You know, still in communication, positive body language all the way through. Incredible stuff. All right. Yeah, I think they're still going to try to work Hanisch a little bit more here. Take Van Starrenburg's drives out of the play a little bit. As soon as she gets one, she sees it wisely left there.
Oh, flip back. There
Switch
they go.
Back.
Good communication, even in the backcourt out there, gang. You heard Van Starrenburg and Hanisch talking loudly when that perfect ball up the middle was hit. You gotta
15.
communicate both sides. I've always said it's like playing tennis in a closet. Someone's going to get hurt out there. Unfortunately, I have seen some bad accidents with paddles in the head and the mouth.
Sure.
If you get two dogs going after the same bone, it's a problem.
All right, love 15.
Great volley. Another great volley. Just commit to the backhand.
Yeah, ball lower than the net. She went for one. She goes for the other. Got a little greedy there.
15-all.
I think she was trying to go right at the body and
missed the body. Yeah,
not that easy to do.
With that low ball, it's great to go up and in, you know, and bring it up a little higher.
I think a quick lob there. Hold it and do a quick lob.
That works too. Look at that lob.
Yeah, her lobs have been unbelievable.
And it just
especially the block lob I find from Hanisch. Her ability to block lob it up there with her hands.
Like that one.
And there's the blitz. Unbelievable
stealth
hands.
bomber move. You knew that was coming. She's good in that. We got to be so careful with Van Starrenburg.
Again, off the right hip. You've called it a bunch of times.
15-30.
Bones in with that forehand on the right hip, one after another.
And you'd think that
we should just call it the hipper.
That's the hippie drill that I've taught for years. We go the hippie drill, all hip shots, and then we. But the you'd think they just lock in on that backhand volley and they know it's coming. I mean, she's hitting it there every time and having a lot of success. That's short. I'd like to look at that. I'd like to see Roxy take
30-all.
70% off that roller at times and go to this, hit the side screen first and have it die in the back.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, a little more spin, a little less pace.
Yeah, she has one gear for that shot.
Yep.
She needs to add another gear and she'll be scary. I mean, look at that. You know what? That is stealth bomber move at its best. She lulled her into a false sense, and then she hit a great lob, pushed her back, and she snuck in there for an easy volley winner. Perfect play by Flora Hanisch. Laura Berendt to serve.
Soft hands.
To break point. Okay, look out. Oh, great dig. She got discombobulated. Here's that shot you were talking about. Bang.
Here. Just out. Trickled long. Didn't quite get enough roll on it.
By an inch. Good Flora Hanisch's happy feet. She's bouncing around in between shots and points. Great rip.
Wow. Can she dig that? What a dig.
Leg court.
Oh, what a shot. The dipping
Advantage
drive.
fence Starrenburg.
All right, another break point here.
Trying to get it to 5-all. Hanisch and von Starrenburg are.
Well, I'll be excited to see that. I'm looking forward to a whole bunch more paddle of this. This is great.
I'm with you.
With you to the end, Rodney.
Deuce.
That's a rarity right there, Brad.
Seeing too many missed drives there.
She's human. Great volley. Here's that perfect lob. Got Laura off the net. Roxy deep. Great neutralized overhead. That backside that glues up to the side screen is a great choice. Right there it is again.
Got her moving.
It seems like they've definitely have gone out of von Starrenburg's corner. It might be a good idea, time to swing a few more back in there. Just to see what.
Finding that right hip again.
They're good at it.
See the spots. If you had like a graphic of where each one of these drives are going, you can see how it's going right hip, left hip.
Exactly. I mean, it's a lot like a Greg Maddox pitcher. You know, Maddox didn't throw hard, but he located.
Advantage Berendt.
All right, here we go. Set point now for Berendt. And Enica, this could be a three-setter here. We'll see if she pulls the trigger on the drive. She missed the last one, but it's been very, very consistent in Starrenburg.
Number 6 seeds trying to get.
Oh, and there it is. She pulls the trigger and misses it.
Game.
And there it is.
Second set. Berendt Enica 6-4.
That's some set there, Rodney. We'll be right back after these messages here on the APTA network, presented by eNet Live.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series, featured by Enet Live. We are in a quarterfinal match between the number 6 seeds, Laura Berendt and Roxy Enica, and Florentina Hanisch and Enica van Starrenburg, the number 1 seeds. We've played 20 games, Brad. Each team has won 10.
That sounds pretty even.
As Bud Collins would say, this match is dead even.
It's dead even.
What are you thinking going into the third? What's going to happen?
You know, I think we're going to see more of the same incredible, entertaining paddle. A lot of execution. I mean, I've seen amazing drives out of Van Starrenburg, and uncharacteristically there, she missed 2 in a row to finish out that set, and I think that's going to be what it is, whoever can execute out here, and whoever can make this sort of happen, because we're both playing a specific style. You can see a little more tactics creeping in with Enica and Berendt there. Definitely starting to hit more overheads into Hanisch's corner, who is lobbing beautifully.
Oh.
But not exactly killing him with the drive, whereas it's the other way around. Van Starrenburg's killing with the drive. She can lob too, but they're starting to get more tactical there.
Well, you live with a sword, you die with a sword. I said that backhand that Van Starrenburg hit was the best backhand I've ever seen. But then she missed 2 easy backhands at the end.
Yeah.
You know, so she flipped it around with that monster backhand, and then 2 easy ones done. But here we go, first point of the third and final set.
Oh, right off the top of the net does Hanisch get that volley. Amazing.
I got a new ball here. Great hands.
Body blow.
Great hands.
All right, so we got a score over on our other quarterfinal. Lemery and
Love
Rohrbach
15.
won the first set 6-1, and they're up 4-2 in the second set. So
wow,
they're cruising over Andorkova and Zubori. Good for them.
Very good for them. That Kelly Rohrbach, she is one of the steadiest, smartest, toughest players I've ever seen. I always hoped she would get to this point. I mean,
Love 30.
I hope they finish it up. I'm biased, obviously. Good player, though. Little known fact, her father was a backup catcher for the Chicago Cubs, Kenny Rudolph.
That? Rodney, you're coming to trivia night with me.
Great lob.
Oh,
wow.
There it is. Oh, beautiful shot there by Hanisch. She
15-30.
read it. She saw the deep lob, took a good attack angle to the ball, stuffs it down the line for the winner.
Roxy misread it off the screen. She thought she was there, but it, again, the little bit of spin kicked it the other way.
Yep. Yeah, she did a smart thing. She stayed back after she hit that deep overhead.
Great choice there.
Oh, that low drive.
15-40.
Couple of misses creeping in there to Van Starrenburg.
Yeah, she's missing more in the last 10 minutes than she had the whole match.
I mean, she's been driving incredibly. Look, it's hard for anyone to keep it up, and there's always going to be a little ebb and a flow in the match, but I think that's what this is going to hinge on, these sets, is who can execute. Very evenly matched. Smart. I think if they continue to lob here, that'll work well for them. Stop trying to always drive it around.
Yeah, there we go. I love that mile-high Denver lob.
Yeah, because you're getting her off the net. What you want is Hanisch off the net. She's not hurting you that much. So I would have kept going with it.
30-40.
She got a little quick there with the drive.
Break point.
40.
First game, final set. Great choice.
There it is.
Game, Berendt and Enica. They win the first game of the third set.
Oh, this is incredibly entertaining. Now, in both cases there, you know, we're quick between these things, you know, going from the set. I love Hanisch and Van Starrenburg's, like, their ability to kind of stay positive and keep communicating throughout. And I'm seeing the same thing from Berendt and Enica, too. Neither team seems like they're backing down or anybody has any kind of hangdog attitude out there. I love it.
Well, I'd say the biggest change really in the last 3 games has been Van Starrenburg. And she's got to stay positive, and like you said, they're still showing good body language and such. But Von Hanisch is still lobbing great, and she's going to be the setter and trying to set up her hitting partner, Von Starrenburg. What a shot!
15
Well,
love.
she read it. She saw that drive coming, and she was on it early, and she stuffs it behind. That's a great ball.
But if Von Starrenburg can keep her game up, it's going to be tight down the home stretch. They could even run the table. But if she drops a little bit, I give the advantage to the other team.
No,
Enica.
it's like we said. I think it's going to come down to execution and who's going to do it better.
And she's struggling a little right now by the look of that
30
volley.
love.
Yep. This is a time maybe to go backward hat, forward hat, side hat.
Yeah, she may want to go camouflage, get the bright orange off. I'm not sure, but lucky hat right now is what she wants.
Oh, there's the lucky hat.
30-15.
Speaking of lucky,
That's a great shot.
well, the great players get them. And Flora certainly is a great player.
No.
30 all.
She tried
Nope.
that full Ginsu swing and volley.
Well, she doesn't have it yet, but she does have the guts to work on it and to keep trying it.
I like it. That ball's a little too high. She needs something a little lower, maybe a little less
Eventually,
pace.
maybe a little less pace is the key.
Yeah.
You know, she worked many years with Juan Araya,
40-30.
and he's been a bit of a mentor for Roxy Enica.
Well, let's just say nobody does it better than that guy. The
Not that shot.
Ginsu variety. Another loose error by Von Starrenburg. Now I think it'd be a good strategy to attack her a little more.
It just floated out from our angle.
We did look up to the chair, so it was
Deuce.
very close, and Lisa Rudloff made the final. Deuce game. One love. Third and final set.
Oh, nice.
Great shot.
Smart.
I
lob
like
there.
that. You've been talking about that all night. Here it goes. That's it.
Oh, it hit the seam.
Seam.
Moved away from her. You
Advantage Von
cannot plan
Starrenburg.
for the seam. All you can do is have your feet underneath you and just keep moving.
Keep the feet moving, hopefully. For those out there that don't know what we mean when we say seam, when the screens come together, they tie them and make a nice little seam at all the beams. You can't really see them because they're right by the black beams. If it hits it, it goes crooked.
Yeah, the seams are all tied up, so the wires there are not completely flush. It can take a funny bounce.
Trouble. Great volley. You can get away with some loose overheads here if you.
Oh, Van Starrenburg missed that one there too.
Deuce.
Seeing it a little creeping in.
She's got to keep her confidence up, but the great players, they just keep shooting. Even when it's starting to go a little off. Number of times Michael Jordan was like 4 for 30, but he'd make the game winner.
Bringing up the Bulls, make me feel bad about my Knicks.
Oh, yeah, Laura's wondering what just happened there. Well, your Knicks,
Advantage Von Starrenburg.
you're soliciting Kevin Durant a little bit, but maybe next year.
Well, we'll see. I
But-
don't want to get called for tampering.
I love this huddle up. I mean, great move by Roxy. Enica, I think, is the correct pronunciation. I've been calling it incorrectly the whole match, I believe. I apologize. Enica, I got an Enica from John. I've heard Enica out of the chair. But tomato, we'll get her.
Well,
There's
the
that
cutter at the
great-
body. That's a good one.
There's another good one. I love it. Good. This is.
But a lot of these girls, these women, they play mixed doubles too. They're used to the spin from the men, so they know how it's going to act. They can get all those shots.
Deuce.
Yeah, and they're learning because the men have been doing it successfully, and they're adding it to their repertoire. Deuce. One love. The 6 seeds up against the number 1 seeds. What a bomb return,
That is
Brad.
a heck of a
Advantage Von
shot.
Starrenburg.
You got to love that. Your partner's starting to miss a little, pick them up, start to get your play there. It was a great drive there by Hanisch.
And that's what the great teams do, you know. Nobody's hot all the time, and you go through your lulls and look.
There it is. How about that? Great break back.
Starrenburg. Games are 1-1, third set.
That's well said, Brad. How Floor is picking up von Starrenburg now, and then von Starrenburg on the blitz winner. She's got some positive mojo now.
I think they're going to do the 2 back here. Yep.
I love this. There's so many different looks you can give. You can follow it in. One of you can go. Both of you can go. Stay back. Give it up.
Oh, so quick. Now you're running so
Love
forward
15.
fast that all you have to do is touch the ball straight up and the momentum will carry the ball forward. You hit it forward at all and that's what happens. Goes out.
Fast feet, slow hands there, gang. So hard to make that shot.
Wow, what a read there by Hanisch. Great job.
Good lob from Berendt. Oh, let cord.
And I actually think that's
Hustle.
one of the things that's going to make a difference in this match. I feel like it'll turn on just execution, and then somewhere there's going to be a big let cord.
Isn't that the truth? How so many matches come down to one,
30.
Late let cord.
Yeah,
and
something
truly,
like
that's what decides the match on a rare occasion. They're all playing so well. Very few unforced errors.
If you're going to stand in there, your partner's got to drive aggressively. And I think she
15-30.
thought that she was staying back.
That's
and
exactly
he
what happened.
surprised her by coming in.
That's what
and
I
then
love
they
about
were
this.
Dumbfounded.
I love that move. It's the sneak attack. You know, you come in sometimes, and
that forces that miss there. How about that?
Yeah.
2 huge points there.
30 all, 1 all. We're still dead even, Brad. Is that the leg cord you were talking about?
That's not the one. That's just going to be one of a few more. But that wasn't the one.
Yeah.
You'll know when it's the one.
Well, that certainly hurts. Berendt and Enica.
Game, Hanisch van Starrenburg. They lead 2-1. Final set.
Well, Hanisch and von Starrenburg up 2-1.
Oh, and I seen there that Andrikova and Zubori have made a comeback, and Andrikova is serving for the set up 5-4. So they were down 4-2 in that second set. They've turned it around. See if they can push that one to 3 sets. That's 2 really evenly matched teams there. So a little...
or it might be 5 all now. Maybe you just hold.
Could be.
I think I just got a signal from Isabel.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 5 all over there.
Got the
5 all.
confirmation. 15 love, Roxy. Enica serving. Good, little huddle up. We got some good stuff on both courts going on.
Incredible stuff. Wow. She took that ball early
15-0.
and down like a bunt backhand on the rise.
A poocher, as we call it. Yeah, it was a total bunt. And no spin, complete flat knuckle ball.
All right, Rodney, I'm going to find something that you don't have a name for. So that's a poocher?
That's a little pooch backhand.
All right.
Half swing, half backswing, half follow through.
I love it. Oh!
Look at that. What a
was
point.
That? Was that the
That's
knifer?
that's a tremendous volley.
Tremendous volley. That's what that was. It really was.
Yeah, she had a blitzer coming right at her, too. She stayed focused.
Oh, overplays that volley. You've talked about it time and time again out here, Rodney.
Most often missed volley and paddle.
And you come forward in the blitz, but part of it is you're moving in, and that's what makes it more difficult.
That momentum, like you were saying earlier, you're running in, you got to really take off power.
Great
Wow.
pace change there by Van Starrenburg. She's
40-30.
sort of shortening up her backhand swing and tight roller there. Some beautiful stuff.
What a volley.
Incredible volley.
Enica. There's the shot I thought they might try a little more of.
Oh, she misread that. Lost it in the
Game.
corner.
But they ice her. You know,
Berendt.
they've iced her,
Games are
so when
2-all,
she gets
final
one,
set.
she's shocked.
Yep. All right, 2 games all. Still even.
Oh,
Wow,
she
what
did
a
it again.
volley.
She stuffed her.
Yeah,
15
but
love.
see, I think she was trying to outguess her there, and that's what the movement does. She was all over that volley. Great shot by Hanisch.
They still haven't heeded your advice, which they can't hear, of course, of maybe occasionally a little bump lob.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, the pressure of Hanisch. She
30
just
love.
rolls it in there and stays at the net.
24 games have played. They've each won 12. 30 love. Oh,
All right. Well, that time, caught her in the shoulder.
30-15.
first peg of the match.
That's true. With all the power out there, you haven't seen too many. I think it's
I don't
just
think
a testament to their skill, and they know when to leave the net, when to stay at the net, when to get out of the way.
And
when
agility.
To hold them and to fold them. Yeah, they're very agile, incredible athletes out there.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know that I've seen a more athletic women's paddle match than this at this point.
I would agree with you. And these four
40-15.
are the benchmark right now for my money.
All right, so it's 6-5 for Zabori and Drukova. They just broke Kelly Rohrbach, so they're serving for the match again. Zabori is.
Or for the match or the set?
The set, sorry.
Okay.
They're serving to push it to 3
Game.
sets. My
Hanisch
apologies.
Van
Make it
Starrenburg,
1
they
set
lead
off.
3-2. Final set.
Hanisch and Von Starrenburg up 3-2. Got a great match over yonder with Kelly Rohrbach and Suzanne Lemry, Zabori and Andreikova, who are making a great rally right now. Oop, a little that cord winner from Suzanne Lemry. Take them when you get them.
That's right. You can see on the top of our screen there the other women's quarterfinal. Another terrific match with 4 incredible players. Now, Lemry and Rohrbach, how do they play as a team? Is one of them the big hitter and one of them the setter, or are they just both
It's pretty
all-around
balanced.
players?
It's pretty balanced all around. There's not a hitter setter like what I would say over here. Floor is more the setter.
More the setter today, but she
can
does
bring
have
it.
offense.
Yes, she
I
does.
guess.
That return of serve of hers is money. It's just they're very consistent. They don't miss.
It's a big part of the game, right?
98% of it. Don't miss. Through the
Great
wickets.
lead.
Oh,
Oh,
my
and look
God.
at that, a screen
Good
play.
Oh.
How about
No,
that?
it didn't touch
So
the foot,
quick
no.
off the screen is Van Starrenburg. She holds it down and boom,
Oh, that was so
flips
good.
it in there, and the ball's completely
Left 15.
screened there by Hanisch,
Yeah,
who's
she
getting out of the way of
had
that.
no idea where it came from.
What a shot.
Great. Let it go through Laura Berendt. That way, if it's out, it's out. Otherwise, you play it off
what
the
a
screen. Wow.
forehand.
That was good on the line.
That was in
15-0.
and into the crease, and it was an incredible shot there by Enica. Amazing.
$15-all. Laura Berendt serving. Serving right at us. Flora Hanisch returned up the line. Her partner, Annika von Starrenburg, is in the back with the orange hat.
Oh, wow, and the report just in. We're going to 3 sets in the other quarterfinal there. Lemry and Rohrbach were defeated in that set, 7-5 by Andrikova and
30-15.
Zabori. So 3 sets there as well. Another great match.
And to The point of no lead is big enough in paddle. They were up 6-2, 4-2. Lemery and Rohrbach were, and next thing you know, we're into a third set.
Yep, absolutely. It just takes a small little change. I think it has something to do with string theory, actually, and quantum physics, but I haven't quite worked it out yet.
Tell you what, I'll look forward to reading about that.
Put it might wait paper. A little while.
40-15.
30-15. Here again, those watching out there, look at the huddle. Look at them chit-chatting, having some fun. That's one thing about Laura. She's got a great sense of humor. Excuse me. It's not 30-15, but must be 40-15 or 30 all. 40-15. Thanks, John.
40-30.
40-30. Huge point for Enica and Berendt, number 6 seeds, trying to upset the number 1 seeded team. Great volley.
Oh, goodness.
Game, Berendt and Enica,
How
3
about
all.
that?
Final set.
That's a ball you got to hit, though.
Brad, what part of this match moving forward is conditioning part of?
I think look at this. Look at some of these amazing gets here.
Oh, here we go. We got the instant replay, slow-mo, Enet live.
There's through the legs, and here comes the screen drive through there. Wow, look at that.
Love 15.
That is just so good. All right, so it's love 15 as we take you back to the action there. We're so glad we were able to capture that. Thank you, John and the crew, Kelly Austin. All right, so it's love 15 here.
Great defensive transitional skills with Roxy and Laura. Look at this.
Oh,
it's good.
Right on the line.
Unbelievable. Now again.
Oh, she's honing in on that roller into the crease.
Love 30.
She hits the accelerator of that thing. She's taking dead aim and trying to get some unreturnable nick.
Now going forward, the winners of these two matches will face up against each other in the semifinals. Oh, see, that's just where something's in your brain going wrong. You try too many shots, you have too many, you go for that one, it completely
you know what volley she needs there, Brad? The first volley she learned when she was 3 years old at the net, just poop.
Yep.
Just hit it up the middle.
Well, if they're, nobody's ever knocked Roxy Enica's talent. Sometimes that would be the knock, the poor choice at the poor time.
Too much talent?
Maybe.
There's too many options, yeah, and she has fun with it. Hey, if she makes that shot, she's right back at it there. Great dig from Flor Hanisch.
Oh, got her on the turnaround.
15-40.
Discombobulated her. Whenever you can get your opponents to turn and hit with their back to the net, that's trouble. 4 coming in.
We got a ball coming into play here on the other court. A little mishit there by Rohrbach as they start their third set, and that'll be the game actually. So Zubori and Undergova take the first game in the third set there.
Very important for Rohrbach and Lemery to get up to an early start.
Oh, what pace on that return!
Game, Berendt and Enica, they lead 4-3.
Wow, on
set.
a break point as well.
Heck of a shot. Well, there's one of these guessing games. They do so many service strategies here now that it's really hard to know. I mean, that time Hanisch makes a surprise move to the net, which isn't a bad move, but Berendt guesses right, or maybe she just sees it and she hits the perfect return for the situation. But we've seen it the other way too,
exactly.
Where Hanisch comes up there, volleys it behind her, or they overhit it, or so that's what the whole idea behind these service strategies are. Get you to the net where the serving, where the receiving team doesn't get to see the same thing over and over, and then you get a guessing game. And at a guessing game, you have better odds than just showing somebody the same thing every time and they just thumping it at you.
That's well said.
Actually, ladies, sorry.
The only downside for Hanisch and on Starrenburg is that was break point. She did it at the perfect time.
That was a great shot.
Perfect guess. Got correct on the shot, and next thing you know, they're serving for it now. If they can hold, it's all over.
And kudos again to our chair umpire, Lisa Rudloff, a respected player, a great player, 2-time national finals. One of our announcers here. She's up on the chair filling in as umpire for this match and getting to see one of the best matches I've seen.
Ditto. Question's going to be if von Starrenburg's confidence will let her rip those balls.
I think, like you said, she's a hitter and hit her swing.
There's that shot. I was hoping they'd try more of it, but look at that great lob. She bends her knees.
Here's the drive. Big drive. Hanisch picking up the slack. Nice.
That was a role reversal in the sense that von Starrenburg hit the good lob and her partner put the hammer down. Great drive, Floor.
Hanisch, you watch, she hits a flatter ball. You see a little more variety in Van Starrenburg's ball, more spin.
Look at that lob. Right off the deck, made it look so easy. That's another great choice.
Smart. Love that. Not backing away from the net there. Throw up the lob. Be smart.
Love 30.
Oh, big drives there from Hanisch.
Looking for those hippie targets on Starrenburg as she was locating those shots earlier beautifully on the hip.
Oh, a perfect overhead.
15-30.
Right into the crease. Laser beamed in there.
Unreturnable. $15-30. A volley kept it away from the blitzing von Starrenburg. Spun her around, got her discombobulated.
I think she might have hit a little seam there too.
Could have been. Huge.
Leave.
Huge.
40-30.
This would be huge,
Yep.
Brad.
Taking that lead to 5-3.
If only they can win this point. You know that almost lob volley that goes back to the reset area? Berendt hits it so well.
She's got soft hands. Soft hands. And generally speaking, unless you think you can do something with the shot, that's how the volley should come off. Soft. Nice spot again.
Deuce.
On the right hip.
She's good at that. And to your point about soft hands, you know, it's the term I always used was absorb. When the power comes at you, you know, you got to take it off. You only have 20 feet to hit the ball.
Wow, what a volley there by Enica.
Good.
Incredible.
Oh, she went to that short corner. She's going to go do it again. Yep. She had the nick, and that was a good choice by Hanisch. I like this play now. Starting to cut it. There it is. Get von Starrenburg in the game.
All right. Little cut.
These gals drive the ball.
Oh,
great
didn't
eye.
dip it enough.
Great
and
eye.
That's where that spin
Advantage
that
Enica.
Hanisch needs to develop just a little more spin on some of those.
It's that really hard 3 to 9 o'clock wipe with her left wrist on that backhand. More topspin, as you say.
Oh, and 2 drive
Game.
misses, and it's a 5-3 for Berendt.
5-3. Final set.
Okay, number 1 seeds back into a corner, Brad.
Here we go. Well, they've worked hard. They've trained hard. They know what they're doing out there.
Love 15.
All right, first miss. That might be the first thing that I've seen that is negative body language or a little hangdog there from Van Starrenburg. Maybe it's just frustration.
Nice shot.
That's the perfect pace on that.
Inside out ball. Let court.
Is that the lead
my
cord?
God.
Made
That
a
could-
difference.
You called it, and I'm going to say that's the one. That could be the backbreaker, but hell, nope. There's still plenty of time. Oh, look at that one. Filthy.
That
Wait a
is
minute.
so good. Triple
And
match
Love 40.
point.
You got to give von Starrenburg credit. She played that off the snowboard. Almost played it. Perfect roller.
Here it is. Oh, what a shot! Oh, one down. All right, one save
40.
with some gutsy play there from Hanisch.
Another match point. Number 2.
Gutsy play.
Wonder what Roxy's got up her sleeve. Oh, excuse me, match point number 2. Going to Laura Berendt. Let's see. They're playing that.
Wow. Nick.
Almost.
And there it is.
Okay.
2 saved.
30-40.
Champions do.
Yeah, they do. Bigger the point, the better they play. Here we go. What's Roxy got?
It's the
Game, set,
drive
match.
wide.
Game, set, and match.
Game,
Berendt
set,
Enica.
and match.
4-6, 6-4, 6-3.
Rodney, that was an incredible match. It was a pleasure to call that with you. I mean,
Certainly was.
incredible athleticism out there. Big hugs out there from Berendt and Enica. Any final thoughts?
Well, again, von Starrenburg played great. Was a little up and down at the end. She kind of lost her confidence, I thought, a little later in the match. And then Laura and Roxy just kept the pressure on, moving into the semifinals.
It was just a couple of misses here and there, and one of the most entertaining matches I've seen in a while. It was incredible. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. with the women's semifinals, and that'll do it for us here today. And that's a wrap, delivered by Uline.
Yeah.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.